You are now listening to the Insight Fantasy Sports Podcast.
Welcome, people. Welcome along. Thanks for joining us for the first watch along of the season for the opener, or game 2 for what we thought it would be, of opening round. The footy season started. Fantasy season, not quite. We'll have another week for that. But yeah, here we are. Swans v Hawks. Nathan, talk to us.
Yeah, seeing the Swans walk hour now. We got just under 10 minutes. So close to footy. Yeah, should be a few good players to watch out there tonight. Pretty relevant game. We'll talk a bit of fantasy tonight. There'll also just be some footy talk as well. So post any questions you have for us, any comments. We'll be sure to read them out and get back to you guys as much as we can. We want to be really engaged with our community. So be active in our chat, and you should hear back from us pretty much immediately.
Such a good point. And yeah, that's the purpose of these watch-alongs, what we're going to be, because you'll get your usual sort of game, sense commentary, but that's not always what we're all interested in. We want to hear about, celebrating people getting +6s like their goals, people storming 2 or 3 tackles in a row, watching those rolls. And yeah, that's what we're sort of here to do.
So just the plan for the streams, guys. So as you can see, we've got the countdown clock at the moment to the game. Once the game's actually going, we've got the count-up clock. We've already got our 2 streams synced up. If you guys want to sync up with us, we're also going to have that synced up on screen as well for you guys. So hopefully you guys can watch in sync with us. If you need to pause our stream to sync it up, or pause your KO stream or whatever it might be, you can do that. If you don't mind being a little bit ahead or behind, do that too, whatever your preference is.
Yeah, exactly. We tend to find we're usually a little bit behind what others are, so we've given it that little extra gap as well, so you lot can sort of work with us, and hopefully the scoreboard doesn't overtake us, because we know how quick the AFL was updating them.
Yeah, exactly. We'll probably do a little like wind up to the bounce or something, so you guys know when to hit play on your screens if you pause, just in case the clock from the AFL site's a little, like 20 seconds ahead or something like that. It probably will end up being a touch ahead, but
yeah, we'll deal with that when it comes. So yeah, from a fantasy sense, Nathan, teams are out. Who and what are you watching in terms of those opening round scores?
So players already in my team was Matt Roberts, and I think that's it actually. As far as who's currently in, they've got a pretty good role in him. Hopefully he comes out, just smashes out 100. Makes me feel a lot better about keeping him.
Yeah.
Other Sydney players, you've got Gus Sheldrick.
Yeah,
should get
he's
plenty
in
of
mine.
opportunity tonight. He's one I'm probably going to end up in my team, but we'll see how he goes.
I think he'll be a good sub watch. I think if he gets subbed, that might be the sort of tiebreaker, the deal breaker for some people.
Yeah, a bit of a whipping boy still.
Unfortunately.
We got Tom Hanley, the mid-season draftee from last year. I assume he's playing. You're saying on your end he's listed on the.
He's the sub. He's listed as the sub on the AFL app.
On my screen, he's still not even
confirm that.
Not even there, but it was on the live stream as well, on the KO stream that he was on. So I'll assume he is playing as a sub. So just one to look at.
Probably be able to see on the screen the lineups.
If he's a sub, he's probably not an option for us. But if he comes out, there's an early injury, really impresses. Maybe he ends up in the team for round 1.
Wait, where do we see a sub?
Usually it would just be listed as 5 interchange, and it doesn't say, I think. But
anyway, cross that bridge. Oh, there they are. Yeah, there it is. Your man?
Then, is there anything else from Sydney? Maybe Grundy if he really impresses. There's not too much else, is there? Ben Patton.
Not on Sydney's front, no. I don't think. Yeah.
People looking at Patton, I think. Maybe. I don't think he's the sort of accumulator that you need off halfback.
Not a fantasy relevant role.
And he's not that good of a kick either. Like, he's not a bad kick, but you'd rather have, I don't know, even Rampy, probably Blakey's a better kick. You'd be happy with Roberts having more of it. Like, yeah, not too keen on
Hawks,
that option.
I've got my eye on that man, James Sicily, seeing what he's doing all game. Look at that. Look at who he's surrounded by in that back line. Barras, Hardwick, Battle. Those guys who, can play lockdown roles and sit on players, whereas he gets that bit of freedom, a bit of roaming room to get some kicks, take some marks, and rack up those points for us.
Yeah, should be good. Not too concerned about role, but I guess that's one we'll find out, won't we?
Yeah, and another thing to note with the Swans as well, that Riley Bice that a few people have jumped on as a rookie option is not in the squad. I don't even think he's in 25.
No. There's Francis Laddams Mitchell as the
Another watch, Will Day. He's I mean,
definitely a watch. He was one I was really keen on going back a month.
Please list it full forward, but you can't trust these.
Yeah, you can't trust where they're listed on that, but he did play a bit forward in the preseason, so I'm concerned. But it's one we'll see what happens today.
Exactly, and the probably most other relevant one for some people want to go off the bat is in the form of a Dylan Moore as well. Listed in the midfield, but we know he'll play that sort of hybrid half-forward mid role that he's done so well for the Hawks and for us as fantasy players as well, but not someone to start with for mine.
Great to see Horse in the chat. Always good to have a familiar face. Make sure you guys are all following SC Horse on Twitter. Great advice. He's more super coach than fantasy, but hey, feel free to double dip. You might as well go for both comps, right? There's prize money. Well,
they've got the Supercoach World Cup in there that I'm more than interested in, where they combine a whole bunch of your Big Bash was my big one from last year, the AFL, NRL, all this stuff, and for who can hold the title of that, ultimate Supercoacher, I guess.
Yeah, that should be good. Just a couple minutes out, we're so close.
You see, who was it jumping on the Fox Footy theme song the other day, Nathan? It's someone will remind me of who it is in the comments if I don't get up in time. But it got sent to me, and I thought they were rocking out. Let me find it. I've got it here.
It's just good to have something. Maybe I should
Parkway Drive.
Oh God. I was going to say, you get the old best on ground crew out there for the band.
Oh,
they had banger after banger, right? Oh, God.
Couldn't believe it, but we're back. I wonder how those players are feeling down there, eh? Probably.
Yeah, it'd be a nervous one, first game of the year.
A bit of a point to prove.
Yeah, exactly. Well, especially both these sides, you're coming off, in Sydney's case, a grand final. So another one where they've been smacked up pretty bad. So they want to start hot, and then Hawthorn, a good year. They lose a tight one to Port, have to fly home, as Ken Hinkley reminded them.
Yeah, God.
I'm sure they'll want to back up their performance. You do sometimes see with these sides, they have a massive jump up the ladder, and then it's 1 year of sort of middle of the road. So we'll see if that happens with Hawthorn. I think lots of people are pretty keen on them to just go top four, though, take the next step.
Us being one of them in our round zero preview and prediction video that we uploaded this morning, that I'd highly recommend people check out to see sort of where we're at in terms of that, and what we're thinking of the season coming up.
He was pretty happy with himself.
Yeah, I thought so.
He was really happy.
Clock ticking.
Players walking to their positions.
Yeah.
So
who have you got, Nathan? Before bounce, who have you got? By how many?
I've still got Hawks. I'll say 8 points.
Yeah.
I've
got Hawks by 14. I'm going a goal more. I think I really like what they've brought. in their last year when no one was expecting it. But now that teams are and are probably sort of figuring out this whole hawk ball they've got going on with their selfies and celebrations and whatnot, I think people will be looking to stop that sort of run and carry and probably play a bit tighter, man.
Yeah, should be good. I'll leave you in charge to wind us into our bounce. So we're about to hit it.
Exactly. Final siren. Umpire's whistle goes, and we are... What's this scoreboard?
Looking at me.
We are bouncing away. Grundy wins first hit out.
Scoreboard as well.
Yeah, I don't
Good
have to
Steve Day get a touch early. That didn't take him long.
Yeah. Careful that mark.
Really tackle for Grundy.
Tackle, and that's great pressure. And now Swans are away. Go corridor, but that's brilliantly read from Newcomb.
Oh.
Player
Day,
on.
chase that ball.
Player.
We don't need aim on
coming
kick.
back. Oh. Yeah.
Right.
That's
Hot start.
early Blakey
That's a
kick
great
out.
30
Yeah.
seconds to start the season. You're worried it's going to be the start of the season. It's going to be like the umpire messes up the bounce. Then there's a repeat stoppage, just something boring.
That is awful on a day in a set mark. Do you see the lizards in the crowd there, Nathan?
That's a good mark, I want to see. I did see that.
Not 15. We've been hearing a lot of those calls, especially in the back half, which one of you has to take that.
Yeah, we don't want that. Pay the marks. We need these stats.
Exactly.
That's all we care about.
Now, also want to preface to some watchers that, maybe don't see the massive background and the hat on me, but I'm in southeast Brisbane at the moment awaiting that Cyclone Alfred. So if ever see me freeze up and tag out, that's probably why my region started to lose your internets and lose your powers, but that is not stopping me at all from watching what I can in the first round. Been waiting so long for.
Yeah, I reckon he's full of it. He's just going to turn his computer off when he feels like it. Just make up the excuse, right?
On some sort of embarrassing face like we had that other time.
Oh, that'd be great.
Disinterested in whatever you were saying about McRae, I think it was.
Oh, that was a great free frame. I've never been so happy about technical difficulties.
We had a bit of Hello Darkness, my old friend, playing in the background of it. One of you.
Will Day is just getting a lot of it early.
Man. Crowd not approving of the decision. It's a great kick.
That is.
And look at that.
Another
Fantasy
big
stud
score.
to fantasy stud.
Moore should be another top scorer this year. I don't think we can probably start him, but
No, I think
definitely a trade target.
Early Crow, what forward position is he finishing in with all these forward options?
Around 6 or 7. I think there's a
See him
couple of bit
dropping?
better.
Doesn't quite.
Well, you just look at some of the players that are in the forward line this year.
Yeah.
Lizard's taken off.
Having a bounce.
How's that for 15?
Lloyd. Seen much of
Oh, that's
It's a great kick. Here we go. It's got to hit that target. McCartan, new forward. Has to look down that wing. Bombs it inside 50. Bit of crumb.
I'm surprised Campbell isn't still down back. I feel like he's good,
as well.
good in the back line. Maybe that's just me though.
Oh, squeeze it in. The Chad.
Chad first. We love the Chad never leave us. P.S. I'll mow your lawn. It's been years. Given he's buying investment properties in Perth, I think he can afford to pay someone to do that.
Have a gardener. I think
He's earning enough.
I reckon that lad's had a real miss in the crowd to stick a brand logo on it. That's some easy free exposure there.
Yeah. You're going to have to sign that good.
Yeah.
Get the advertising in. Is Warner going forward? He's not even going back to the centre.
Whoa.
Adam and Warner both just chilling in the forward line.
So who does
Unless
that?
I'm just seeing it poorly from this camera angle. It looks like he's inside 50, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of green grass, not a lot of lines there. There's an arch.
I'm seeing plenty of Will Day in the centre. Is he going to be in there again?
See a row bottom. See a Sheldrick.
Not in there for this one.
Taking off the.
Oh, good grab.
That's brave. Might need to switch it. Just straight down the middle. In the back. Yeah. I think those arms extend over the shoulder. It's a great lead.
Early on, we've got Will Day up to 4 disposals, 1 mark, 13 fantasy points.
Yeah, love that.
Moore's off to a good start with 11.
Amadi gonna feel like this will be a big kick to see how he starts the season. Yeah, cruises. I'm interested to see. We'll have to check next set kick how updated the stream is compared to where we are in comparison to the sort of ones there. But yeah, starting off hot.
Yeah, I wouldn't say Hawthorn have looked bad either.
No, it's been two sort of unavoidable goals. Just had a good lead and a kick off the deck from the Chad. Not a lot you can do about them. But it does look like McCartan's somewhat sitting on Sicily, not letting him get the involvement that we might want, or Sicily owners would want.
Yeah, fraudulent them saying he's going to be a forward. He's just a defender playing in the forward line.
Here come Hawthorn. Great mark.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's a very good clearance.
Tap straight to him, yeah. Oh,
Should kick this.
lovely. What do you think of this sort
Having a bit of a drink there? The celebration?
Bit early
Looks
for that.
like it.
Now, what's happened to the bottom? Did you see that? The bottom border of the...
In case you guys are wondering, we're actually working at Fox now. We're in charge of the graphics. I've gone back to Microsoft Paint. I've put the work in. They were really impressed.
Even stuttering. I wonder if it's even the arrows a bit. I love hating on Fox.
Early season for Fox. They'll pick up.
Yeah, exactly. The
I
right
don't mind
people
the
in the right places.
new look scoreboard.
Yeah.
I'm always going to have that nostalgic feel for that. What would have been like 2004 to 2007, that scoreboard look. But this is probably better. It's just the nostalgia kicking in.
That music was still going as well. Might be able to use us in the production team. Straight down the guts in the Ford 50. Tapped away by Grundy. Melican's going to get that away.
Hold that. Whoa.
Yeah, just about. What are we making into this sort of browny, light brown Hawthorn makeup?
Oh. I mean, they probably have to, right? I think the home kit's always going to look a bit better. God, look at Sicily tracking back. Did Sicily start in the forward line of that? He's run past a lot of people to get into defence there. I think he might have started that last
Oh,
stoppage forward.
no, Heaney dragged him up. That's a big smother. Chol as not someone you want running away from you. He's just gonna track back, poor kick. And
I can never tell it's Chol.
That's that Hawthorn run gone, yeah?
I think it's just because he had the dyed hair last year, didn't he? And then, last few years.
The streak, he had the
headband or whatever. It's like, just looks like a different person.
People are voting for the what was it? Well, the captains are voting for their favourite haircut in the league. I think Gorn was at the top.
That's at the top.
Wow. I think Zach Jones had a vote in there.
Yeah, it's an interesting.
There was someone. I'm gonna have a check who it was because there was someone with like a year 8 private school haircut that got a vote somehow. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but usually, you'd vote for the more out there ones or the, ironic corn one. Warple getting it away. It's great defensive pressure. Sicily just hanging on the edge of that 50.
Oh, that's a beautiful kick.
Look who bobs up.
We haven't seen too much Sicily yet. That was his first touch, wasn't it?
Might be.
Not getting any early +6s.
Great. So the scores are already updated, Nathan.
Oh yeah, it has done.
Anywho, we're just gonna stay oblivious to that. We're not looking at our heads.
I'll just stay down towards the fantasy
stay
scores.
Focused.
All that matters. It's a big meaty. 24 points already on the board. Probably something to consider if he's going to be, pushing. What can he get to 100 average? What did he go last year?
I'll have it.
He was. Let's pull this one up. 88 average last year.
Whoa.
But it did feel like he got better as the year went on too, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
Or am I just imagining that?
Well, weren't they doing a dual ruck with someone and Meek as well?
Oh, I think they might have tried it for like a game or two. It wouldn't have lasted very long if they did that.
Yeah.
Let's give it a quick look. Yeah, his pre and post buy were both pretty much the same.
Okay.
So, yeah,
Not something we can trust in fantasy.
maybe a 90 is about all he's capable of.
Robert Sheldrick with a big kick. Good to see he's in amongst it. Day again.
Day's already had a spell on the bench as well. Gets back at what was that kick?
Jeez. More coming deep as we've come to expect.
Right, this is where you want to see Sicily.
All right, bob up.
Scream for it.
Get off him, Papley.
What? Why are you manning up on the umpire?
Get off him, Papley.
So that's just you want that +6 if you're
You do.
Sicily there. We want him hungry for those.
Content jogging, but he had Papley just all over him.
Probably could have gone for the mark there.
Ball from Roberts.
We haven't seen. Has he got a touch yet?
He had a fumble in like just a half hour before.
Yeah, like one handball. That's a bad start. We talk about what scores someone might need to play themselves into your team. I wonder how low he has to go for me to take him out of my team.
Correct, yeah. Yep.
He is an absolute
Sometimes
power.
that's just it. Sicily handballs to himself for a kick. Here come the Swans. It's a great kick. So many free men. Just got to pick the right one out. Yeah.
A bit late from Sicily.
Oh. What's that guy doing in the background with the baby? feel like
I'll trust you to spot any little thing in the crowd tonight.
That's an
usually your job.
interesting sledge to go. I spotted that.
Yeah, one you noticed.
Amadi wanted the tap.
Yeah, I was a bit late. He's not a ruckman. He can't just claim it on being clumsy.
Down he goes. Well, Swans in front. Again, these, as well as the scores that'll start that cash gen going, we're just watching those rolls as well, and I've liked what I've seen from Sheldrick at the moment.
Yeah, he's getting opportunity. Couple of kicks.
But the main watch for him won't be early game. It'll be into that, sort of last quarter. See if he is going to be that whipping boy that you said he might be.
Yeah, finish the game on the back row of the bench. Day in for another centre bounce. Gets the
goodness.
Oh. So this is why we say don't overreact to
holding Hawthorn
against
Patton again.
Yeah, this is why you don't overreact to preseason games. With Day, we get the round 0 as well to get a proper watch, but there's going to be a lot of those guys, mid-prices especially, where maybe we're disappointed in what they did, but you get to the actual season and they're off to a good start. I have to look at
much in it for you,
I don't even know who I could take out, Ian.
I could be convinced out of Doherty at the moment from
good kick of goal.
What we're seeing from him. It's
interesting.
I
experimented around earlier today with Horn Francis in the midfield as well, because it was tough to choose between him and Rankin. So I thought, how does it look if I just put him in the middle? It didn't look too bad, but then it's like, how do you get Sheldrick in if I want him? Now that I might want Day back, like I don't know who could come out for them.
Yeah, well, that might just be it. The sort of, if you're going Rankin, if you're going Horn Francis, if you're going both, or even if you're going neither.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, exactly. Like none of those players are absolute locks, right? Like they're not the McRaes and Caleb Daniels. They're good picks, but yeah, definitely not locks. Hawk's going to get it out again.
Lloyd turns it over.
And we're off.
He fends him off. And this is what the Sydney fans love to see. Not 15, didn't think so. And he's still going on the left.
Oh, that's a good interceptor. I don't know how Blakey does it. Like, running as fast as he does, and then he can kick it like 10 metres. Like,
take the pace
off it.
How
he gets all the pace off it. That's so impressive.
D'Ambrosio going back. I know the Supercoach boys like the Massimo.
Oh,
whoa! Big fly from Mabs. Doesn't quite clutch it.
He tried to go with one.
And now here comes Sydney. Trying to get knocked off. It's a great ball. Probably has to look inside here as his next kick. Goes line, and that happens. That is not 15. Keep running. I think that next ball just had to be inbound. Had a few guys running up on his inside, and Joel's going to need a rest after that big specky attempt.
Look at that. So that lead up mark, I don't think Day took a mark in the preseason game. Those all +6s. Absolutely what we want to see from him.
Yeah, for sure. Call to play on.
Yeah, not even a quarter time. Not even half. Well, just over halfway to quarter time.
Mickey was even
looking like it'd be a tough start to the season if you don't have a Day in your team.
How's this going?
Maybe if you have the Travis Cloak glove, he might hold on to that.
It's an interesting one, wasn't it?
Warner, don't help him up. What's this sportsmanship?
No, that's not going to make it onto the... I'm happy with him putting the hand out as long as he puts the hand away again when they go reaching up.
You want what Patton did against Ginnivan. get
That's
him
it, yep.
on the ground.
Love that.
Yeah, it was go around, wasn't it? Ask him for
It was,
the
yeah.
help.
He didn't leave the
I'm
hip.
just standing
Papley
over it.
coming running through. This is what the Sydney fans come to see
It's a
for him.
celebration. We need more than that from you, Paps.
Just out the back. Yeah, when that ball went to ground, there was... Yeah, it just got out the back of that pack. Comes running through.
He wasn't even clean with it. He fumbled it. Fell as he was kicking it. That started with McCartan as well, just crushing the pack.
Not an easy angle, that. Especially for a right footer. He's done very well.
They're still checking it.
Are we going to see our first goal line review of the season?
They're holding off on the bounce.
I must say, Nathan, we haven't got anything on our AFL app. Oh, well, there was no immediate reaction from him.
If it is touched, it's by... Is that McInerney running back? His face is being a bit covered there. Oh, no.
Oh! Okay. Got there in the end. Warple's gotten out of a few of those center bounces pretty well. Nash, B15.
I think just in general, Hawthorn looks pretty good out of the centre. What are we at? The stat count. Right. Clearances, 10-5 Hawthorn's way. Yeah.
There's our man.
Yeah.
Oh, it's brave. And now this is a big ball. This is a big ball to win, and the Chad is away. Has a bounce. Nash coming through that. Can't be 15. It's not going to matter. Papley drops the mark. Sydney playing the advantage there into the centre square. Has anyone got a touch on it?
They're claiming the touch. This one they've appealed a lot more than the last one. So
exactly, and it's how close that was.
Sydney were apparently watching the Collingwood-Richmond game, taking notes. Kick lots of goals, not many points.
Yeah, let's see if they get to 20. Yeah, God. That was always just going to be a big ball to win in the midfield. And yeah, Sydney managed to get on the run.
Imagine if he does go to like Freo. You got him, Brayshaw, Sarong, and Young as a midfield. That's ridiculous.
Where are they putting the budget for it?
Yeah, well, I've got a lot in the rucks, as some people in the media have brought up a couple times.
Yeah, I think he's just missed it.
Nah, that's not a very enthusiastic appeal, is it?
No.
We're gonna wait though. We're gonna wait again.
What's the AFL app saying? Yeah, saying it's standing.
Tell you what it's saying. Will Day 27 points already.
Ooh. Gee.
Maybe if he didn't go the fist. If he's got the fingers out.
Yeah. It's going to be a coach. Oh, is there a deflection in that? Yeah, there is. Clear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Clear deviation. And that's the thing. As much as people bring up all these, stop the score review, stop the arc, yeah, whatever. One of them's deflected, and the other one has touched the guy's hand about a millimeter over the line. Like you don't mind those.
Look, I'm still salty after the '09 grand final. And
I had a feeling that was coming up.
I've got pretty biased opinions on that.
How times have been changing.
Short with it. Out of the kick in. No Sicily involved. He wants it now. There you go.
There we go. A little chip kick and then go back to him here. Hopefully. Called to play on. Let's go down the line. It's a very well weighted kick. Hardwick goes hard inside 50, shanks it, and he shanks one of his teammates, looking to play on early. More snapping. Does he get the bend?
Looks good. Jeez. It looked awkward for a while. It looked like he played on and he just didn't have anywhere to run.
Well, yeah, and that's what I imagine the big man upstairs for Sydney's not going to be happy with.
Boots off.
Yeah, yes, Hardwick has sliced it straight to Warple.
And Meek's got on his way. When's the boot come off?
There it is.
Boots come off in the celebration. Might need to teach him how to do the bunny ears. He doesn't know how to tie them properly.
Is that the way you went with your shoe tying? Did you go the bunny ears?
I think so. I don't know. It's so muscle memory.
Well, that's how I've gone, and people go that. I've never even learned it. Like the one sort of bunny ear, and then the around the outside of it.
Oh no, that is what I do. Yeah, no, I'm one bunny.
Okay.
Right. And then for the double knot, that's where the second bunny ear is there.
Ah, I see. It's just invigorating conversation here on the watch along, isn't it?
This is the AFL commentary you're here for.
Robon's played that well now. McCartan. Big watch. I think a lot of Sydney's, how they go is going to rest on this guy's shoulders, because that was one of the main reasons I put them quite low on my round zero predicted ladder, which you guys can check out on the YouTube channel and the Spotify to hear them out. Looks like it's just fading right from McCartan, but for me, there just weren't enough goals in Sydney with your Logan McDonalds, your Hayden McLeans, who couldn't take a contested mark to save his life for me. So many goals coming out of the midfield with your Heaney's and your Warners, which they're sort of depending on. Roberts has just been muscled off of that.
The long kick in there. Finding battle ahead of the ball.
Look to play. Man on! Good run from Roberts there.
Oh.
Day, get it out. That's what we like to see. See, that's the difference. Day has gone and done all he could to just get that +2 for us. Goes to the goes to his man back there, who just takes it out of play without getting a touch.
It's an interesting one with the battle being a little ahead of the ball too. Like all the talk about him going down back for Hawthorn, he did start his career out as a forward, so it's not entirely out of reason. I think with a couple of the Hawks forwards out injured, maybe spends a bit more time forward. Maybe he's the guy that goes forward instead of Sicily.
Fingers crossed for those Sicily owners. But I think
against Rampy, right? Rampy's blocked the ruckman. Same result, I guess, for Hawthorn.
But yeah, even then, for all the role watching in Sicily, I think he'll have to give us something big here to see him as an option.
Yeah, needs to be a good
the other bonus, he looks like one of our mates, Isaac. It's the other bonus for us.
I don't know who you're insulting there, but someone's being insulted. It's going to go wide. Is it Blakey taking the kick in again?
Looks like it.
It's even these. We'd love if Roberts could just get behind a couple of these ones.
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah,
Blake is
concerning signs for Roberts early.
Yes, absolutely. Sicily in a set mark. That's another great kick from him. God, he's called off it. The rain has picked up here in my humble Brisbane abode. As long as that wind stays down, I think the stream will be fine. That's a great kick inside corridor. It's got to go from here now, though. Nothing on. Goes for the kick inside 50. Another hold. Gus Sheldrick with the air swing day!
He gets the goal.
God,
fix
your divot, Angus Sheldrick.
All right. I'm just going to live on stream change my team for a moment. I don't care who it is. Maybe I just get rid of Rosie for a moment, just so Day can sit there. Someone needs to go temporarily. All right. Hornet, you can go back to the reserves. I'm going to feel a lot better looking at Will Day's face.
That's true. He's going to take up a lot of minutes on our round 0 review show before the round 1 preview. We'll have to get some updated team reviews in there as well. But let's see what has Sheldrick done there.
God.
Don't think I'll have the cash to go immediately from Sheldrick today, but it's not great signs for him. Heaney outside the middle as well.
6 points.
Once again, Chad's going to burst away. Burst away from one. Slips Big Meeky.
Right.
Darting kick.
Get a Roberts disposal in there. Ooh,
yeah,
is that an injury?
Brilliant touch, though.
He's hobbling a bit there.
Just want to get away from
look great for Impy. Well, we know if he kicks this, he should be on his feet. Should be a better celebration.
No, stays left.
Staying left, isn't it?
Barely even carried over.
Chance for another Sicily kick in.
I think we've got a bigger watch here to do with limping.
But it's not a Sicily kick in.
Big fly. Row bottom. There he is.
He's run a long way for that spoil.
Yeah, and that's what you want to see. That's probably what Sicily wants to see, because Sicily might have been that man last season. I want to see some more. I want to see some more Petrarca and Zorko-esque spoil celebrations. It's a great tackle from Newcomb. He's just gonna lie there for a little bit longer.
I love it. Will Day still at the contest, even if you like.
Ball off inside 50.
This is not looking like a player that's going to be spending time forward at the moment.
Correct.
Here goes another soccer.
Accurate kick.
Hey, they're all worth the same to us. A kick's a kick.
Sure, exactly.
Another handball. Oh, he's a magnet.
Racking. How many? Make up your mind with the kick. Morrison's got to get it out. He's going to keep it locked in.
Good tackle from Gus. He's not a bad tackler, Sheldrick.
Yep. Oh. Harsh, I think.
It's Jordan, one of probably the more disappointing fantasy options from last year.
Yeah.
A lot of people starting with him. Could have done a bit more.
Up top, that was a fantastic intercept mark. God, I'm really looking forward to having a watch on him. Obviously not fantasy relevant enough for us, but yeah, just in terms of good players.
He's not that sort of player.
Yeah.
All day on the early 43 points, though, as we
My
approach quarter
lord.
time.
And it's not surprising as well. Like
No, he's got this in him.
Yeah.
Like he should be the best player at Hawthorn. I know there's a lot of people like Newcomb. Warple, for a minute, looked like he could be it. He had one of their best and fairest was his second season or something. But that's a bad time. Yeah, you should give it back to him.
Let's get him.
See, that should be a suspension more than half the ones that caused concussion this preseason. Because that was never going for the ball.
He's got to hit a target. Oh, another shank through the gap. He's just got to pick it up. Barrett's coming out again. Papley's looking to wind it up again. Adams, good look for the snap. And that is some great hustle. Again, that all came from Barris with that early pressure and the early bump. Well done from Ginnivan just to hold his direct opponent out of it for Miki to come over the top. Going to the final minute.
Great showing from both teams to get the season started.
Absolutely.
Better than, we have
9
nearly
goals.
a decade of Carlton and Richmond both at the bottom of the ladder. Or a patch where Carlton was bottom of the ladder and Richmond were winning flags.
Yeah. And now what are we going to see from Carlton and Richmond?
Yeah, you'd be concerned if that was your season opener this year, wouldn't you?
Probably.
Ooh. Sheldrick in trouble for that one?
No. Eyes for the footy.
You never know these days. You never know. Got to ask the question.
Blake. Oh. Rampy, you wouldn't think if you said that someone was getting stepped by someone out of those two. The TNT. It's dynamite for the last 7 seconds, according to that man. Out it comes. Miki winning
That'll be it for the first quarter.
Out on the full 10, it's our first quarter of 2025. And like you said, it's been a good showing. Nearly 10 goals in that, first term. Seeing that, Chol fly, early signs from Day just steaming through. And I think that's got to be the highlight of the first quarter. So we'll give it a look through with the Rosie injury in the intra-club.
Yeah. I haven't seen that. Was that just today?
I wonder.
To give that one a quick search. Connor Rosie.
Yeah, there it is. Miki, your man. Nathan putting in effort on the 47. It's been looking good around the ground. Kicked a goal. Yeah, marks down ground. Yeah, wow. Don't see why not. Apart from just how solid those 3 ruck things are. Honestly, I don't think. Yeah, I still think even with him getting a 200. Any news on that Rosie injury that our man Chris Connors brought to the chat?
I'm starting to see some things on it. I'm not seeing details on it yet. Feel free if you know if it's a serious one or not. All I'm saying is he's to undergo further assessment at the moment. I'll keep digging, see what we can get. Maybe he is the one to go today. All right, I'm looking at some footage of it now. So after a running effort, goes to ground. Was he holding at his calf there? Holding off a little. No, he's not going his calf. Physio is feeling at his foot there, like towards his toes. Okay. Jeez, that's a big spanner in the works. A week out from round 1.
Yeah, wow. He was locked into my side.
Jeez. Yeah, that'll be a big one. Maybe that finally gives me room to get Taranto back in because I've wanted Taranto on my team.
Yeah, well, that might just be a sign.
Maybe
You've
that's the
seen this,
pathway for him.
Nathan. I haven't seen it, but there was a bit of pre-match reading going on for our man Guinea, taking some inspiration from AJ Brown in the American football. What's that he's reading? If I can get a zoom in on it.
Must be a comic book. I can't imagine he reads books with words in
Inner
them.
Inner Excellence, I think that's called, and he's got
Oh,
the little sticky
surely
notes in it
not.
as well. You know, the color coded. Maybe we've got some quotes going or something. Yeah, I like it. So, Nato, we'll take a quick
I'm
review.
starting to see some things. Sorry, starting to see some things for Rosie as well. The club's apparently already saying he shouldn't require further treatment. So it's just like a really bad stub toe. So
Okay, but
I imagine that means he'll be good to go against. Is it Collingwood they play round one? If I recall correctly. Let's see. Port Adelaide. Yeah, Collingwood round one at the G.
yeah, right. But is
But
that enough to be classed as an interruption for the
Oh.
start of their season?
I wouldn't have thought so. If that's all it is.
Yeah, me too.
Tell you what though, if he does end up missing, even more stocks up for the Hornet. My God.
Oh, that Hornet whines and what Drew sent a bounce. It's probably more stocks up for Collingwood players as well, to be honest, in that. But yeah, and we've been wrapping up day all day, funnily enough, and Miki on a 47 there. Looked good around the ground, hasn't he?
He's taken a couple of contested marks.
Yeah.
He's not really known for his around the ground stuff too much. Like,
So I guess that's
not
one
to
to
say
wait
he's
and
awful,
watch.
but yeah.
I think, yeah. Got the goal in there as well, which would help. More obviously with those 2 goals. Jordan's kept busy. Heaney's looked great just in those centre bounces, getting those clearances out. Warple as well. Just the usual
It's tough to
suspects.
see
I think
Miki
Sicily on a
playing
24.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sicily on a 24. We want to see more from him. And yeah, not a lot. Sheldrick on a 15 is worrying, especially with the sub risk. Anywho. Also, a man you mentioned earlier, Grundy as well. Not looking like an option on a 12.
No, he's getting monstered by Meek right now.
Correct.
Meek's
Roberts
an
on a
interesting-
10. Roberts
What
on a
does Meek
10.
need to give us for us to consider him? We've not looked at Meek much, have we, this pre-season?
No. But,
Like, if he goes 120, 130, like, at what point do we think maybe we don't feel as confident in the Koning, or maybe we choose that as value over Sherry? Because there's got to be a number, right?
Yes, there is. I just don't know what that number would be. I'll tell you what, if he keeps
See,
serving
I
up
feel
what
like
he
that.
is, because we'll have to have a look. I don't think Grundy was an easy ruck to play on last year in terms of fantasy scoring, right?
It's about middle of the road, yeah.
So, yeah, it's not like it's just some kid. But, yeah, the other worry in our quarter time score check, Nathan Roberts on a 10.
Yeah, Roberts 10, very concerning. He's not looked like a halfback that's going to get a lot of the ball today. So, very, very different performance than what we saw in the preseason.
And we're winding up. Bounce. Okay.
Well, that was a long time. Impressive.
Well, he took a deep breath before he had it. It was his moment. Didn't want to ruin it. Adams going hard at it. Gets it out from
Wasn't a
McInerney.
bad
Grundy to
first
Warner.
goal.
Picks out the
Well.
option there, just on the edge of the centre square.
15 from Sheldrick in one quarter. That's okay. It's not quite what you want, but
Looking for the kick.
ooh,
Well marked. He was trying to jump on some shoulders.
Hawthorn trying to work it out from their back line. Kicking straight to an outnumber, though. That's not the way to go.
No, as demonstrated.
This is where you need Roberts getting some of the ball.
Correct, yep. Whoa. Brilliant kick. Come to expect. Rowbottom doesn't want it. Warner looks to switch it. Lead outside 50. Not going to be taken. Corey Warner now. Looks to pinpoint a kick. Just falls short. Get it to ground over the top from Heaney on MP. Amadi's going to try and keep it to himself. Just works it over the boundary line.
No Amadi party today so far.
No, I feel... Well, he had that lead for the boundary. I mean, it's great.
Heaney looking like a baseball catcher there, giving some hand signals. As we see Will Day with another
and a
clearance.
bit of class. Yeah, that's just immediately held up. On our man.
You don't get any points for holding it there, Roberts. Just throw it on the boot, kick it to the other team. It doesn't matter.
Rowbottom gets it out. Day again,
Another
just putting his head over the footy, just looking hungry for it.
He's just such a classy player.
Chol. It's Blake in the foot race.
Now.
Blakey gets it out. He's going to try and take him on. Hard play to take. Oh, McDonald with a great chase. Puts enough pressure on. And now here come the Hawks on the rebound. Just missed the handball to Newcomb. Day again. Beats one. It gets the kick off despite the tackle. Good kick too. Looking for Chol. More. Handballs it out. Great tackle. The fin. It's great smothering. Roberts going to work it straight.
Kicked it straight to the other team.
Heaney claiming for a touch. I don't think so.
Well, he got a kick.
Can it back to him?
He got a kick finally, Roberts.
Yeah.
From a fantasy standpoint, again, doesn't matter if he kicks it to the opposition. It's worth the same, but
correct.
You're still worried. Are they going to trust him to have the ball in his hands if he's doing that?
Exactly. Well, the way Blakey's looking as well, he already probably was, but he's looking like that favoured halfback for the Swans.
I don't think they really go looking for Blakey, do they? Blakey just finds it.
Oh, second poster. Blakey with another kick out. I'm seeing some of our...
That's halfway to the 50 mark. How's that not 15?
I'm seeing some of our Insight Supercoach boys looking to get Day into less Supercoach teams off the back of this as well.
Yeah, I reckon if there's a game to overreact to, like we talk about overreacting to pre-season. This isn't pre-season. This is the real stuff. This is what Hawthorn are going to be doing, and it's Will Day masterclass in the middle.
Absolutely. Okay.
So Jake Lloyd on his own out the back there. It is. Will Day runs through him.
Somewhat in the middle.
He's starting to get more involved. Maybe he warms into it.
Oh, bit of miscommunication. Going to be a foot race. I don't think Sicily has any interest in keeping that in.
And sometimes, especially when you're not in at the centre bounces, and we love centre bounces because it gives you so much opportunity. If you're a halfback, sometimes you're going to have a quarter like quarter one for Roberts, right? Like he might have a quarter where he goes for 10, and then the next one he comes out with a 50. So
yeah.
We'll have a look at what happens. Meek wants the free.
Interesting. Alright, yeah, Grundy's still looking. Look like a shadow of his former self, isn't he? It's a great kick.
Don't mind Sicily getting in the middle of the ground.
Sicily not playing on as well. Goes deep inside 50. Gets it to ground. More. Might be over the shoulder. And then dumped.
I think he's sort of shoved him over the shoulder a bit. That's what Heaney's saying. He's saying he's lifted the tackle up high. It started low.
Oh, yeah, he's getting it out there.
That's on the ball. That's going to be holding, right?
He's just been thrown. Okay, here we go.
Oh, that's 50, surely? He's pushed him after the ball. They've ended up...
now Warner, but I don't think they want to take this 50. I'd take this run, seeing if he can get it out the back. Sicily's just going to look to monster him.
Paffley
Does
against
well.
Joe.
Amani Party.
That's
Thrown to the ground.
Had to be.
Yeah.
That was very well done by Paffley, starting in the 2v1. Yeah, it looked like a bit of a concussion for a moment there. Pushed into Warple's head. I can't imagine Warple's head is particularly shallow. Probably one of the
No,
thickest
it
skulls
looks
in the
like a
block.
hard head, doesn't it? Miki and Heaney. Now, Amani Party might be a go.
Tough to tell from that one. He's kicked it high. That's good.
Tell you what, haven't seen much from the Rat Pack, have we? Watsons, Ginnivans, and
No, we haven't.
yeah, Trolls of the world. Yeah, I'd play on. I don't mind that. Yeah,
I
it's
Just a little bit of Mayo. Free kicks there.
yeah. How are you meant to know in the tackle I fear?
Well, Hawthorn it being great out of the middle so far. Is that going to continue?
Yeah, well, Heaney's up there on Warple. Grundy finally went to hit out, and then Sheldrick not able to clutch it.
And Will Day was on
Sicily's
the
been
bench
looking
for this
busy.
one. So that's why he's missed that
Adams.
CBA, for anyone wondering.
McCartan out the back. Can he pick it up? Wrapped up in time. Hayward's happy to take it over the boundary line. Right. Ball thrown back in. Grundy tapping it away. It's big handball. Roberts getting involved again to Lloyd.
Lloyd? Ooh. Yeah, he's a defender. He's not quite sure where the goals are. Oh, but look at Sicily running across to make sure he's the one to take
Very
that
good.
kick. Not 15 again.
He'll
They
get
are
it back.
hot on that ball.
No wonder. Robon gets it out. Tap back. Just gonna have a ball up. And Newcomb. Big boot away. Chol just about gets it out. Malkin careful not to jump on it. Thrown out of it.
Yeah.
That's
That'll be a free.
gonna be hard to
Yeah,
argue
it
against.
does
from
feel like
Hardwick.
Hawthorn really need Mitch Lewis back, doesn't it?
Oh, not
Just
15
don't-
again.
They just don't have that focal point ahead of the ball. Like, Chol's
Taken out
okay.
of it.
Colshady is still too young. Ooh. Looks like he was
Bit of-
going for the
bit of
sidewalk
wrestling.
slam there. Bit of Kane circa 03.
Not sure if
Here's some Roberts ball.
you're any good on.
More of these +6s from you, Matt. Sent it inside 50. It's going to be a big pack. And it's Brody Grundy
Ball.
crumbing the pack.
Oh,
Not sure that's your role on the team, but we'll see Sicily take part, battle clear it out.
and there's Sicily. If
Moore goes for it with one hand. Still gets cleaned up, and it's going to get back to him. What does he have ahead of the ball?
more,
He just can't pick it up.
Dives at it. Commitment was there. He just didn't have the ball set up for him.
Yeah, early season fumbles. Still having a good start, though. Darcy Moore, 45 points.
Obviously, those 2 goals helping edge him along the way. Sheldrick, well done. That's more of what I want to see from him. Chad just palms him
Don't mind
off.
seeing the pen from Chad either.
And then the
And
one
you don't mind seeing that.
innocent. And he's just going to go corridor.
And
Now,
while you're
where's
at
the
it, kick it to
handle?
Will
Where's the
Day.
run? Where's the
Kick it to Will
run?
Day as well.
Go again. Aim on.
Oh, he's
Fakes
past
it.
both.
Has to
Don't
keep
fumble
it. Gets it out.
Get it back, Amon.
Aim on.
Do we call it goal of the year?
That is a brilliant effort.
You can't beat that.
Well, that's just they finally started to play with some run in that. Like it wasn't clean. There was some fumbles and barely getting the handballs away, but just a bit of dare from Hawthorn. That's what they made up on the. Yeah, it's outstanding. That's the that back end of the year Hawthorn run and carry.
It's around him, fades him, keeps running, doesn't give up on the play.
Is he a right or a left footer?
He's usually a left, I think. Could be
Shaky
mistaken.
Alfred on the left.
It would be fitting of a Hawthorn player to be on their left. Nah, that's probably the first clip shown on Monday, I reckon, if they get the win. Here's what we did right.
For sure.
Oh,
For sure.
here's what wasn't done right. Let's call that bounce right back. Thank you very much. Sheldrick in at the middle again. Day in at the middle again. He's getting plenty of opportunity, Sheldrick.
On out. Warple, Warner, Grundy. Chad. Look,
Warner gets stacked.
Gets stacked, yeah. Day looking for it.
And Will Day's going to win the free.
Oh, no, give it back to him.
There goes 3 points.
Takes another bounce. Oh, just got to be better in that moment. Newcomb out of the middle. Looks for Ginnivan. He's been reading about excellence. He's going to go himself.
His reading levels aren't up to par. Yeah, it just looks like Hawthorn are smashing it out in the middle. Like, there's a lot of talk that they don't have an elite midfielder as well. I don't buy into that. Like, Will Day is among the very best in the comp. Like, he's outstanding. Newcomb's a pretty damn good midfielder as well, right? Like, he's probably just a run below.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You're not upset with Warple in the middle.
Nope.
Very capable, very physical.
Sicily again. He's just got that. Yeah, he's got that instinct to just get back to his man, just avoid that run and jump for them, and then just deal with it from there. A lot of people are mourning the death of the old scoreboard, Nathan. I'm hearing.
Oh no, I don't mind the new score. Like, there's always going to be people complaining because it's change, right? People don't like change, but I'm not opposed to it.
Robert's getting some more of it.
It's probably the FNF, the Friday Night Footy part. That's probably the letdown. Will Day's going to get another clearance.
Just bangs it on the boot. Big send for Watson. Watson,
Get it back for more.
get a step.
He wants the high.
Play for the high. Play for the high. Drops the knees.
Right into that.
And they're going to have it at him. He knew what he was trying for here.
I'm glad they've called that against him.
How's the throwback of the head? Oh,
Meekie's going
that
to get
is
another
one.
touch.
No, I just never had it. Sit out.
That's good from Roberts.
Big handball, don't mind that.
Awesome
Warner,
self-touch.
just look at us. Oh! Was that a handball? Anyway.
Yeah, Sicily's doing all right in the long sleeve on what was 26 degrees today in Sydney.
Some people just don't have the... Are you ever got on the long sleeve on a footy pitch?
A couple of my junior years. We didn't have the luxury of just choosing week to week. You sort of just... You had whatever jumper you had. So you sort of stuck with it. I think I only had the long sleeve. It might have just been 1 year I had a long sleeve.
Be interesting having to roll the sleeves up if you're on the long sleeve. It gets too warm.
Nah, I think that just makes it
Ambrosio
worse.
out of the middle.
Up
Big
for it.
spoil.
Now Will Day wants the high. And he's going to get it.
Oh, it's against Sheldrick as well.
Marching his way into all of our teams.
Yeah, this is looking like a must-have. This is what we expected from him before all this forward time nonsense. And
it's not like he even has to do this every week. Like, this score he scored, even though we don't get it for our round one, it effectively adds to his cash gen because they're going to take this score into consideration as part of his cash gen. So he's just got a head start on all the other mid prices. He could drop a 70 next week and make more money than someone that goes 90 at the same price.
Correct.
That going to come back? It is.
Way in.
God, what a start. That's his second goal as well. I mean, he's not playing forward, but he's got 2 goals in the first half. It's a good effort.
Yeah.
Jumps up to a 78 in fantasy, just quietly. Might ton up before we get to halftime.
That's absolutely unreal.
What I will say is it's not going to be much of a unique pick if he keeps going like this. Yeah. I don't think we're going to be alone in jumping on board.
And that's okay, because it is a trading game, and we'll back ourselves to, develop our teams better than the majority, I think.
He looks confident early off the boot. Jeez. For how much that had to bend back. And he's in the middle again. He is not, other than when he's on the bench, he's been at every CBA.
Yeah.
And Marty in the ruck.
Against Chol. John's trying. Not quite. Warple gets it out.
They're just killing him in the center.
No. Oh, there is a bit of mayo.
Yeah. I just think about how much people talk up this Sydney midfield as being probably the best in the comp. Either this one or the Port one, like, get the most raps. But Hawthorn's monstering them right now. Like,
yeah,
absolute belting in the middle.
Yeah. So Marty gone back. Wonder how much Morrison is. He's looked alright.
Morrison's up to a 43.
Yeah, I thought so. Lloyd, Jordan just straight down the guts. Papley not gotten there. Does a little backflip on the way down. Get up, young man.
Yeah, Harry Morrison priced at 57, 43 so far. I don't think I've got as much faith in him as some other people, because even in his junior years, he was like a 60 averaging player.
Okay.
So he's not really got the fantasy pedigree in him.
McCartan, Hayward in the middle, and he's just rushed it, and this is...
Walker wants to go. I don't think they've got another one ahead of the ball, though, do they?
Oh, he'll have to do well, yeah. But yeah, that McCartan kick, that's what I'm talking about with this Sydney forward line and why I had them so low in the predictions. It's just, I don't know where the goals are going to come from.
Well, it's probably all going to be in midfield, doesn't it?
Yeah.
They're going to be relying on Warner kicking at least one a game, Heaney kicking at least one a game, Gordon probably bombing up for a goal close to every game.
Yeah, who obviously we don't have in here. Gets it out.
Another clearance for Hawthorn.
There he is. And he throws the hands in the air. I cannot believe this guy.
So Watson on a -2 now in fantasy.
Let's see this.
For someone that plays for free kicks, he's not made that look natural, has he?
Oh,
that's cool.
My goodness. Man, oh man. He's a must-watch playoff, and there's Sicily again. Man.
We do love those Sicily intercept marks.
Yeah, they're not even a 3+6.
Raises the bat, crosses the half century.
Fantastic. Got to look for Battle. He's going to keep working around the outside. Hawks just looking to slow things down here. sure they'll be happy to go into the break up by 14.
That was on the full, was it? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's going to be a throw in. Haven't seen too much of Patton. What's he up to? Just the 13 points, yeah. For people looking at him as a unique, you can just about
he's
put a
looking like
line
more of
through
that
him.
lockdown defender, isn't he?
Well, that's what I thought when he went there.
Oh,
I know at St Kilda, he was never going to be a halfback over Sinclair and Wanganeen Miller. So maybe some people just thought that would happen, but I don't know. I always saw him as more of a lockdown player anyway.
a second 50. Big lead. Shot down. Is Warner going to go himself? Winds up.
Top of the square.
Have to get that out further behind. Yeah.
He just put too much. You don't want it too close to the goal line. It needs to be that 5 meters in front of the square.
Yeah.
Like, look how far Will Day got back there as well.
Just go to Sicily on the outside. Oh,
He wanted
get
to.
off him. Yeah. He looked at him, which good sign. There's Morrison again.
Jeez.
Let's give it.
Just slowing it down a little.
Tell you what, Nathan, my Hawks by 14 prediction's looking pretty good right now.
It's looking like it could be more than that, if anything. They've just looked so good out of the middle. Like, it's very impressive.
Nash, just
Are they going to get another one here?
Meek. That Nash in
That's a good tackle. That's a very good tackle. Sydney finally get a clearance.
Oh, can
they do something with it?
And
There's no one to go to. He turns away from Sicily and straight into Barris.
Yeah.
That's not something you want to turn into.
Yeah, you'll be loving that as a Hawthorn fan.
Yeah, they look a lot better when they're moving fast, Hawthorn, but you don't mind slowing it down a little.
Well, no,
every now and then.
It's good. And you need those layers to your game, because you just become too predictable if you just always go in that, turn it up to 11 speed.
We also just can't play at that speed for 4 quarters. It's not possible.
Well,
You got to manage it a little bit.
Watson and Ginnivan having to move a lot further down the ground.
Oh, that's going to be 50.
That is harsh.
The third 50 of the game. He's flicked him a little on the way through.
Oh.
It's got to be paid, doesn't it?
Probably, but
we'll see the replay here. What do you think on replay?
Yeah, no, it's got to be
reaching in a little bit, gives him a little tap on the nose.
Now Miki making another case.
So it's a bit harder for him to play his way into our sides. There's only 2 spots up for grabs there. But he's putting on a good showing. A great audition.
Meek. Straight there.
Good kick. Hawthorn pulling away a little bit here.
Three minutes till the break.
So I'll just update some of the main scorers that we've been looking at from players. So Will Day on at 78. Sicily's up to a 50. Dylan Moore on a 47. Got Roberts up to a 40. So he's recovered his score really nicely this quarter.
Fantastic.
Who else? I'm doing a bit of scrolling, so hopefully there's no one else. Grundy on a 24. Sheldrick. I don't think I saw Sheldrick's name. That could be bad. Sheldrick on a 14. Oh.
With that not just risk as well.
Not just the score, because now he's got to score even more to be worth it next week. But this can't be good for his job security. Like, if you're Coxie watching this game as a coach, has there been anything that Sheldrick's done that's looked good?
Yeah, there it is again. He's just giving it away.
Yeah.
Now it's going to go up the chimney from Hawthorn. Day playing forward.
Finally playing forward.
Melican
Maybe this
just
is his
gets it
forward line,
out.
just the last 3
Roberts going to
minutes of the
duck.
half. And it's going to be a Will Day shot at goal after a holding the ball tackle. I mean,
Where's he meant
all
to
right.
get that out?
So Will Day rests forward for the last few minutes of the half, and he's going to have a free tackle to his name for 4 points, the free kick for a 1, a kick for a 3. If it's a goal, that's a 14-point play for us.
Yeah, if that's what his sort of rest up forward's going to look like.
We'll have a player that rests to get 14 points in a minute. Can he kick it straight? He
Absolutely.
can.
Wow.
I mean, Jesus Christ. We understand, Will Day. You're in our team. You can stop. You don't need to do any more. Oh my God.
I mean, for all that, yeah, all the opening round slander, Nathan, neither of us had him in. We would have been missing out on this.
Well, I was getting into a little debate over him with someone on Twitter a few weeks back. They were saying, it was something along the lines of, there's no way he even averages 100. I was like, and granted, that was talking super coach, but similar point scoring.
Yeah.
I just thought, nah, look at what he's done. When he's had a run of hell, like, he is the man at Hawthorn. He's showing that right now. My God. 3 goals, 17 touches, 4 tackles, 3 marks.
And the Hawks take their lead up to 25 points.
They're going to get out of the centre again, are they? Surely not. That one's getting locked in.
So a bit of squeaky bomb time in these last 2 minutes of the first half of the AFL opening round first game. And now can Sydney get some run going here? Absolutely not. Great smother. Heaney's going to put it over the top. Roberts now looking to distribute off half-back. Picks it out. Barris, just too much of that pressure. Rowbottom. Can pop up for a goal. And he gets it.
That's one way to get goals. Just keep it at ground level.
Yep.
See Roberts involved in it. So that's what you want, though. He's pushed up. He's on his own, screaming for it, 15, 20 metres off the ball. That's how he's going to rack up points for us. Want more of that.
So here's that. It's just wandered off of him. Weddle. News just in of Warple coming over to the bench. Looking a bit worse for wear. But yeah, there's Roberts again. And look, this quarter, he hasn't had any cheap ball either.
Nah, not at all.
Have the bounce. Meek and Grundy lock horns once again. Day out of the middle. And he gets it back again. And he gets it to Ginnivan. Ginnivan, what are you doing?
I think they took some notes. They had him out of the centre for a bounce, and they couldn't get the clearance.
Roberts needs to get it out. Oh. Man, and Hawthorn are doing this without the impact of their smalls currently.
Yeah, Ginnivan and Watson pretty quiet.
Sizzle.
Oh, that's
over
great.
the top.
Sizzle.
God, he just might be making a case as well. 10 intercept marks for the Hawks. Touch, play on, and
yeah, Sicily's just owning it off halfback right now.
it's getting out of hand for the Swans. They're going to have to do something about that, and that's what I fear might happen with other teams as well, is that they know the impact that he can make, and you just stick a forward tag equivalent onto him, just limit that sort of impact in the game.
You say that, but he's not been taking too many intercept marks as like a loose man, really, has he? He's been just beating people one-on-one. Like he's being accountable to his man, which is what you love from a defender, right? Like that's something that makes I'd stand by Taylor's the best comp in the best defender in the comp. That's
Battle
probably what
with the
stands out for
roost.
him. That is a roost. That is a red rooster roost right there.
Not like your man you saw.
Context for anyone listening or watching. Saints for a while, I forget if it was like quarter or 3/4 time, but they just have a couple of fans come out, see how long they could barrel it, sort of the contest year long. There was one guy who must have kicked it a good 90, 95 before it bounced. That's under the roof, so no wind assistance. Absolutely beautiful. But from the looks of him, he probably wouldn't be able to run out a game. I don't know if he could run out a 1 minute of a game, to be honest, but plenty of power in those legs. As we get to half time,
yeah, we see another
9-6-60 Hawthorn with the lead.
Yeah, another Roberts kick just to end the quarter as well. Let's take a look at the fantasy implications we've got going for that.
It takes him up to a 49 at half time.
Day on a 96, and the second half hasn't even begun yet.
Yeah, Will Day, he could get subbed off now, and you'd almost still have to keep him in. I mean,
yep, I would, just from what we've seen.
That's such a good score.
Meek has kept on scoring at that rate. Sicily's looked good as well, even without the cheap ball. Had only a couple of kick-ins from what I saw. Morrison's looked good.
The other one with Meek too as the players, you don't have to keep them all year long, right? Like, they've got the early buy. Maybe that's just, you bank that cash gen from this really good score. Get rid of him. When's their buy? Are they round 3?
Well, they didn't have the hellish buy with Brisbane, Geelong, and GWS.
Yeah, they're round 4.
I think it was. Yeah.
So you keep him for a few weeks. He can make you a bit of money, and then you bump them off to a deconing, or maybe you don't want to start Sherry. You know, you don't have to start these guys if you think you can have a bit of a cash grab, like we saw last year with a Tom Green. Maybe that's what we do. Like, that's part of the benefit of these opening round players, right? They've already got this cash gen built into them. We've seen it. It's proven.
Yeah, and that covers your captaincy option as well, which is the main reason you'd go for a Jerry or one of those uber premium midfielders as well, I think. In terms of our other ones, so we're looking at that saying a 49-point quarter, 49-point half for Roberts. That's okay. That was a 39-point quarter. So that's
that'll happen for these halfbacks. Like it's not as safe of a scoring role as just being in the guts every round, you know.
Yep.
Like that's why traditionally we've always wanted these defenders coming into the midfield and not the other way around. Like, he'll still get plenty of the ball. There'll be opportunity. But his floor, like on a bad day, Roberts might score a 40-something, a 50-something for you. Like that's possible. You're not going to get that from a Will Day playing these midfield minutes.
Dylan Moore slowed right on after that hot start. 3 scoring shots on as well.
Still good at a 47.
Yeah,
it's a respectable effort, but that's not enough to put himself into our teams, is it? So he's not cheap. Like, he is priced where he deserves to be priced.
Jeez, yeah. Getting low now. Grundy onto a 24. I'm still yet to see Sheldrick at 14.
Yeah, you got to go a bit lower for that one.
Yeah, that's taking him out of my team. I'm going to have to do some rejigging to get Day in and Sheldrick out.
I'm a bit relieved by that one. I don't have to get him in.
Yeah, well, that would be one of the fix-up. Have we seen any real cheapies having an impact here, Nathan?
Nothing that stands out, really. I mean, you got some players like an Amon who's outperforming his price by a lot, but he's that sort of player. Like, he can have explosive patches like this and then drop right off. So I don't think that's ever really a play. Lloyd, 48. He's always been a good scorer. Probably not a starting option.
On a wing. Not the role you're really looking for someone at his price.
Not too much else that stands out.
Yeah.
It's really just Day and Meek. Day, Meek and Roberts standing out. Or Sicily as well. Those 4. And then on the flip side, Sheldrick and Patton standing out for a different reason. It's a bit underwhelming, those guys.
Don't know if you call it the start of the stream, DJ Steencuddy, but we both went Hawthorn for a win, and honestly, the way this is trailing, yeah, I don't see that changing. And yes, a very good morning to you too. I'm just relieved that the
right.
yeah, that my power stayed on. To be honest, it's been it's getting noisy outside, but we're holding on.
Yeah, haven't dropped out yet. Roof's not flying off the building.
Keep the fingers crossed. Feel free to jump in the comments over the half break with us, guys. We're going to be here for another 15 minutes before the first bounce after the second quarter. So anything in your fantasy teams, any toss-ups you're after, feel free to chuck them in. We'll have a little chat over them.
Yeah, should be good.
Yeah, I'm gonna look over at my fantasy team now, to be honest, and see.
Yeah, it's not a bad time to make your changes. We talk about your Rage Monday trades, right? We're just going a bit early with Sheldrick, I reckon, are we? Not even giving us the end of the game. I mean, this is Will Day's an absolute lock. So, suddenly he's more of a lock than a Caleb Daniel in my team, you know?
Wow, yeah. And like some of the other inside boys are talking about, he's just a risk-free stepping stone to another one of your real premiums, which, look at this rate, he is one of them.
Yeah, exactly.
So we'll talk implications with the Brisbane Geelong game. Nathan, obviously they don't have that round 0 game, which means they're just going to have a regular game in round 3, we've seen. And so just regular scheduling for them as if they're not on a bye, which means it's a lot easier to start your higher priced player from any of those clubs. Is there anyone you're interested in that respect?
Oh, it probably hurt for some. I think the only players maybe I would have looked at a Will Ashcroft. I would have preferred to see him play round 0 before starting him. I'm probably still not going as Zorko or anything like that, but yeah.
No. Looking for that value. I don't know if Ashcroft's going to be that real accumulator that you want for these fantasy teams. But, yeah, boy, it's tempting. Yeah, and that... I still have a worry with the Geelong midfield. We were talking about it today as well. And do you see any of their midfielders sort of getting their scores capped?
I don't quite buy into it. I don't think it's the Geelong system that stops these guys from scoring. We've seen Geelong midfielders score well in the past. They just didn't last season. But who in that Geelong midfield was previously a great scorer? A Dangerfield's just getting on a bit. I don't think that's the system that's stopping his scoring, right? That's age. Holmes had a little bit of injury issues, and he's never been that 100-plus guy before. He might become that. Still young in his career, but I don't know. I feel like that's just the players they have. They weren't big scorers.
And you've just got those those half forwards that play like midfielders as well, like your Myers and the like, that really come deep to get that footy in for your forwards as well. So that would be taking some of those points off them as well. But if you're just joining us, it's been the Will Day show for the first half as far as we're concerned. Just kicking, handballing and tackling his way straight into our teams. It's been, looking like an absolute highlight for them, and starting with a 96 in the first half. You'd be happy with that from his whole game.
Well, I don't know if you've got the stream on your screen right now. The second highest rated performance of his career already. So if he walks off the ground now, this is his second best game. That's incredible. Yeah, he's just a lot. And it's not just getting the ball too. He's doing a lot with it. Right? He's one of those players you'll love watching foot because he's not a freak athlete or anything either. He's just a good footballer. Like I've always got a soft spot for them.
Just a real hard worker in that as well. I think it's just, yeah, you love to see those kind of players getting rewarded.
Yeah, talking about our boy Miki.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta wonder how much does he have to score? Like, because looking at it now, like, let's say he just doubles his effort in the second half, that gets him to a 178. That's obviously enough, right? Like, I don't care if it means you drop Sherry. That's going to be so much cash gen. You have to do it.
And that as well, they're just talking about, the Meek v Grundy battle. I tell you what, 2 goals, 22 hit outs, got his fair share of the footy, and Grundy got a lot of scrolling to get to him. Did I go past him? Yeah, 24, 19 hit outs, 3 touches.
Like if you are putting Meek in your team, he continues to do this, gets 160. Is it Cherry out or is it DeConing out? Are we getting rid of the value or the captaincy?
It depends on the rest of the team. I think if you've still got another captaincy option you can hedge your bet on, I'd go that. But you also have to remember that Meek's gonna have that buy in there as well, which you'd either have to use a trade on to field your team, or you got to start that Harry Boyd, who we don't even know if he's going to play. So that'd be the main sort of knock on taking any of the rucks in this sort of start.
But you can cop the red dot for 1 week though, couldn't you? Like, especially with just 2 players on the bye, you should still have 21 scoring players on field, even if Boyd's out of the team by then. Like, it's going to be a lot of cash. It's a lot of cash, Jen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I still think, I'm gonna, regardless of what he scores, I'm still gonna hold on to the to the DeConing, to the Jerry. I think, we've gone over it enough, but those guys I'm very, very hot on.
I'd have to play around with that a bit in the next however many minutes we've got to the second half kicks off.
Well, we've still got a half left for us. And who knows, could go bigger or he could just fall off. Obviously Grundy's a ex-All Australian ruckman. And like we said previous in the stream, this is all without those Hawthorn small forwards into play as well, and where to for the Swans from here?
Well, it's not like they've looked awful, Sydney, but they just, like, there's nothing that stands out that's great for them so far. Like, what Sydney players have looked really good today? Like, Warner's looked all right, nothing special by his standards. Maybe Roberts looks good in that quarter. He hasn't looked anything like what he looks last year. Like, I don't know.
They'll want a response here, I tell you. A lot of people coming out, especially with the NRL kicking off in Sydney this week as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Want to put something out there for the fans. Well, and then we don't even have any footy tomorrow, just the Sunday game, innit?
The gap to the Sunday game. I don't know if you've seen, but Leaks confirmed starting.
Whoa. Is he Trap City though? Trap City.
Well, we'll see how he plays, I guess, won't we?
Yeah. Well, even because he'll be in. Still missing Hogan. Still missing Green. Callahan, I'm keen on a watch of. See what his role looks like.
Yeah. What else? Obviously, we got Perryman playing. I think we feel pretty confident about what we're going to see from him, though, don't we?
Yeah. Just having a look at who any of those, because it's, well, with the exception of Day, I suppose. No, not with the exception of, but you don't want to be looking at premiums in these. You want to look at who the rookies are for these opening rounds who are getting their cash gen really kicked off. But
Absolutely.
I'll tell you what, it's not looking like a lot from either of these teams.
Well, it definitely makes it tougher for those mid prices in the midfield because like Oliver's felt like a lock all preseason, right? And
Should be.
I don't think that can change. Will Day is now looking like he has to be a lock. How many more mid
Correct.
prices could you possibly have in there? Like, is it just one? Maybe you've got the three rookies. If you've got two rookies, can you get two more mid prices in?
Just having a look at Corey Warner, might have been one, but not with a 14.
No chance. He's been pretty much not seen out there today.
Yeah. One picture, yeah, Sheldrick, it's not a chance. Braden Campbell, what's he done?
I haven't seen too much of him. Towards the lower end, I'd imagine.
Yeah, 14 again.
14, yeah.
Go look around on the. That's when you really start to get into your Jordans and Adams and whatnot, but no, can't see it going them unless they pumped out a daylight score. And then, yeah, really not a lot to show from the Hawks. Their cheapest players, the Finn, that's playing today. And even then, job security, 500k. And on a 26 as well, just, yeah, a bit of a letdown for our rookies, but the game has bought out what we've, I've been really wanting to see from Will Day.
Well, he's just, absolute masterclass, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it just makes it a safe pick now. Like, he could average what he's priced at over the next month, and he's going to make you money. Like, this cash is just built in now. It is in the bank already. You can't go without him. So what else do we have? Connor Stone's confirmed for the GWS as well.
Great.
So another good one. Just play well. Him and Leahy.
Well, we were gonna expect him to stay in there. Stone, it's that job security we're picking more for his side. Leaky puts out a big score or a good enough score. Doesn't get subbed.
Yeah.
He in a struggling defense, he might be a go. I could see myself doing it just for, those lack of defenders. Could you see yourself putting him in? Well, what score would he need?
I just need to think he's playing the next week, to be honest. Like,
Yeah,
I'm happy to just have him and Reed at the moment as my bench. I wouldn't feel comfortable fielding him.
No, absolutely not.
Even if he comes out with an 80 in opening round, we don't get to bank the score. We bank the cash gen, but the score, not so much.
long half time. We see the boys from both teams making their way back into their positions. What do we want to see now, Nathan?
I just keep watching all day. This is lovely. Great experience.
Should have known that's where that was going, but
No, I just want to see the game actually stay good. It looks like Frosty's been subbed on for Warple as well. Saw Warple
yeah,
hobbling off earlier. So this could only
Precisely.
improve Day's chances of being in the midfield if Warple's missing time as well.
Luckily the cameras are on. They put Jordan onto him, who we know has that ability to stay on a man. So we'll see if that's been a tactical move or it's just coincidence. Hopefully wanting more.
I haven't seen much of him today.
No, seen him
Great.
play for a few free kicks. That's about it. Final
I think
siren, and we are ready for a bounce. Fantastic. Why the fuck are they taking so long? And Day out the middle already.
They just love a wind up, don't they?
Brilliant fake. Oh, it goes again. If he can...
Still in.
Bit of dancing
Let's see
from
if
Massimo.
Sydney can do much. And we've seen Sydney do a lot of goal scoring in short time last year. That was something they were really good at.
Yeah.
And they had a lot of bad starts last year too. Like I think they lost more first quarters than they won, which for a team that finished top of the ladder, it's a tough thing to do.
Is this the same team though, Nathan?
Well, a lot of the same faces, I suppose. Should be the same team.
Look at
It might be
that,
understating how important Gordon is too. Like, that is
Absolutely.
a massive out.
Day.
Still getting the ball, just couldn't get rid of it this time.
You love seeing that, don't you? Just some pushing and shoving with the ball on the other side of the field.
Yeah.
Massimo again. And that's just
Control.
too easy for Chol. Great from Watson, must be said. Now gets his chance. Just waltzes his way in. That's what he does. Get him at number one and soda. Got his get his little dance in there.
Yeah, you wonder if they're going to just run away with it from here, or if it's going to come back a bit closer.
Yeah, I can see this getting a runaway, but as we've seen in some of the games last year, it's really never over if you can just get that momentum back. And I think momentum's been more important in like the previous seasons as it ever has been. I think just we've seen stats show it as well as just the vibe. We haven't put the put the soundbite in yet, Nathan, but
Oh no.
yeah, just how important
I'm
that
still not
mental
so
sort
sure
of
about
wrestle
that
is. Day looking for a tackle, and Amadi just on the lead. Okay, bit of run. Just rolls his way in right in front. Never looked like missing. Alright, well, there's one. Gonna need a few more of them, the Swannies. Tapped away. Alright. Not a lot to say about that. It's just been a quiet start to the quarter.
Yeah, no one getting too much of it these first couple of minutes.
Grundy now with a better tap. Heaney out the middle again. Dribbles its way through. Warner's playing just a bit higher up the field. He gets smashed. Now, who's this going to be up for? Ooh. Have to see that again.
I don't know about that three. I don't know if I agree with that one.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know about that.
he had his one arm around the waist, one on the head. Don't give your opponent much of a chance when you're going like that. And yeah, that ball drop never looked good.
Very good. Yeah.
Sick dog with the kick out. Sicily looking for the wing. No one there.
We say no one there. The ball was in the sky for a long time there. Someone could be there by the time it's dropped.
That's what Hillock.
Well, it's off a +6.
Not 15.
Sheldrick a mark.
Yeah, Morrison.
Maybe one thing, not that it's going to stop us from starting him, but just to think about with Day is if he's going to play this good on a regular basis, does he just start getting tagged?
Oof. Oh, we've talked about that. Better get rid of it. Oh. Yeah, we've talked about it with this Hawthorn midfield as well. Put on Nuke.
Yeah.
Look for the free
Marty's
man.
got the they go short.
And
space.
Check side it. Check side it from there, Chad. Give the fans what they want. Deep breaths in. Yeah, just get rid of it. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Sheldrick just looked nowhere near it.
That looks good.
Oh. Doesn't need the check side. I just drop punt it through. Haven't seen any contenders for the Hall of Lame yet, Nathan. That's been disappointing for me.
No real lowlights today. No Falcons. No
in front.
Shocking dribblers.
Yeah, Descent 50. I'd love one of them.
Do love.
Yeah.
You don't love it more than a Jake Lever twirling 50, but
yeah, spinny spin.
You do love a Descent 50.
That's up there. Got the Stevenson straight to Franklin and the hands on the head.
Oh, God.
But could this be the goal that ignites the Swans? Be the right guy to come from?
Well, goes back to the centre bounces where they've had their most problems. I don't see Will Day in there, though. Does that mean they get it out? Will Day's on the bench, been on the bench for the last 4 minutes.
Great bit of strength from Nash there, it's got to be said. Now, who's that going to? Back with the flight. Goes Corey. Gets it
Wasn't
out.
too bad for him. Sicily goes under that one. Frost with a nice hit shoulder. I'll tell you later,
That's probably not going to be 15. No, I'll give it. Fantastic Mark Weddle. It's looking for the run. Moore's looking for it. Hits the chest of Hardwick. You better get rid of it.
Just bounces off Sheldrick.
Gets boot to ball. Must have barely. Ambrosio. Back to Weddle. Can't get in the corner. Just in front of those fans.
Letting the umpire know what they need to pay.
So that too, the one guy in the Hawthorn section. And we see our man Roberts taking that kick in as well.
Yeah, one of those cheap disposals.
Yep. He's trying to get himself in position. Might be leading up here. No. Looked disappointed with it as well.
He did look disappointed.
Randy looks to fly. He can't quite as fumbles his way over.
That is, I've never seen someone look as much like a giraffe on skates as that. That was awful.
He just bent a few ways trying to get his feet.
It's not like he's got a reputation as being a clumsy ruckman. He's supposed to be a bit more coordinated,
Listen,
good around the ground.
Heaney in the
takes the ruck. Trying to be busy getting his foot back on.
Monster.
I will take that. When you're having trouble with the centre bounce, I know you need to change things up. Heaney in the ruck, that's not the answer, Sydney. What is he doing? Heaney seemed... Brad Hill take a ruck contest for Saints a couple of years back. That was an interesting sight.
Yeah, Heaney does seem like the type that, you know, sees as, oh, here comes Blakey, about to do 3. Lloyd, this is what we need to see more of from Sydney. Warner, can he hit a target forward? Absolutely great kick. And surely McCartan can't miss it from here.
Oh, yeah. Good one. Going back a little bit here, but North Bay Dogs for Good Friday. Well, why were they doing like Caleb Daniel in the ruck or something? That's what we would have wanted. Maybe North versus Hawks, we get like Daniel versus Watson or something in the ruck. First centre bounce. Clubs just shake hands, agree. We're going to do it. It's what the fans want.
The lizards are loving it. Look at this. Just takes it on. 1, 2. Handballs before the third. And they're in the corridor and away from there. Lloyd into Warner.
Sheldrick calling for it as well. Just never gets to him. God, imagine if the handball to Blakey was a bit better. He still had to slow down quite a bit there.
Just delivers it right where you want it, just above the head at full forward.
Yep.
McCartan wasted no time in putting it through. Damn, lead cut down to 8 points for the Hawks, and yeah, where's Day in all this? He's back on.
They've had Jordan locking down for a few minutes.
And they're out again. Sheldrick needs to hit a target. Well done, MP. Great hit. Oh, good pressure. Does it affect it? Sicily goes to the mark, but
it's going to be a free, right? Yeah.
Gets it on Frost.
Oh!
Whoa!
If I've ever seen one.
Ball!
Don't know about the prior opportunity for the ball.
No, I think
that is a very Sam Frost thing to do. Down back.
Oh. Corey now.
And Amadi can't quite hold it.
Gets the ball to ground. Barris is happy. Just lock it up, gets it out. Oh. Oh, and here we go. Not don't really know what McInerney's trying to do here. Oh, is this a harsh
I don't
call?
think there's not many that would beat Barras in a fight, is there?
No, it's
Not that he's
a
one to
big
pick a
boy.
fight. I think Barras always seems
Exactly.
pretty. But he's like one of those gentle giants. It's like
Exactly. That's how I
if
see
you
him
did
as
pick a
well.
fight with him though, oh, that's a bad decision.
Anyway,
Bad life
Haywood, chance to cut the deficit down to 2. And he puts it straight through. These Swans are marching.
It's important to kick straight when you get on these runs through. So many times you'll see a team start to try and pick up momentum. You miss an easy shot. It just kills it.
Absolutely. It's a really good point from you. And yeah, look how far he comes in from McInerney. What are you doing?
Really? Wow. There must have been something between those two earlier in the quarter. Could have been a bad one for McCartan there as well. And Marty's basically just landed right at his lower leg.
Yeah, scary. Not a small man. Chol and Amadi out for the bounce. Swans away with it as well. They've started going back to go forward a little bit more, I've noticed in this quarter as well. They're not afraid to just give that one, get your, use your midfielders and those high half forwards. Interesting bounce.
Well, they're just going where Will Day isn't.
And now Wizard
Always
looks to play on, but we don't mind this. Aim on.
That's not getting there.
Big roost, but just probably not the play there when you're up by 2. Giving it straight back to the opposition. Not 15. Out on the full.
Nah, it's downfield.
Oh.
Cleaned him after he's kicked it.
Yeah. Bit late. Alright, big switch. Hawthorn mids trying to make their way around. Now do you go corridor out wide? The option's there. McInerney, the man of the moment, just before. It's going to feign. Oh!
That's a good kick too.
Sheldrick with a mark.
Needs a lot more of those.
Because it's not just the role for Sheldrick as well, it's those points that he might be developing too. Swans! Barras just can't hold on to it. But yeah, like I was saying, with Sheldrick and players like that in these round 0 games, it's not just the role for them like it is for some other early picks, it's for the points as well, because they will be in that rolling average equation, and if you get one stinker that's just dragging it down from the get-go, you just can't go them, as well as if they're going to keep going.
Yeah, it's looking pretty unlikely he's going to be in our teams.
Corey, good Jordan, just floats it up, and that's going to be marked down on the full.
No way it's touched. It was a clean grab. It was just over the line, wasn't it?
So it's either a mark and it's controlled inside the line, or it's out on the full before he's even caught it. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't know how they've made that. That feels like one of those, I'm not sure, let's just call it down the middle as much as we can.
Exactly, yep. Whoa, risky kick from Weddle. Now, can they make it out? Watson's come downfield to get some run going. He needs to be careful of how far he's gone. Chol gets it out. That is an absolute shank. Our man, Roberts, getting it back on the edge of 50. Hawk's going to get the ball back.
Going to go straight away again. I don't want to slow the play down.
Take Ginnivan. What is he doing?
He got more on his own.
2 on 1. They've got to be hitting that out of play, you feel. Keep.
Chol's done very well.
Is he going to back himself here? It's a big moment in the game. If Hawthorn can get a goal just to stem the bleeding. Yeah. Don't know if anyone has Fox Footy commentary on, but they're clearly listening into the stream.
Well, they just said,
Gonna
I
go
don't
the
have the
drop
volume
punt from
down.
there as well. Oh no!
Missed a lot.
See, that is not what you need from one of your more important players. That pressure just builds back up, and Sydney are gonna look to go back down the other end and cause some more damage. Blakey with the kick and touched. Chad with a big mark, but he doesn't know it's not going to matter. Sheldrick tapped out. Looking for them. This is where their smalls have to get to work. Ginnivan off the snap. Just doesn't hit it sweetly.
Misread it a bit. That should be a Blakey free kick.
Haven't seen a lot from Day, Nathan, have we?
No, I had, 98 at the half? He's on 99 now.
It was a 96, as a matter of fact.
It was 96.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, it's been clamped down pretty hard by Jordan, and then...
And there's a mark.
Himself a mark at the edge of the 50. Rain coming down. It's all
Looks
right.
like my house.
For it. Time for a shot here, Will. Not done enough this quarter. He looks a bit sore, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's not.
That's
brilliant. That is lazy.
God.
Lazy. Oh.
Like, it's not like that was a dart or anything inside 50. Like, that was just a soft little dinker. See, looking... Oh, we got a blood rule.
Sheldrick's that going to be enough to sub him off?
I don't think that's enough, but maybe they'll just say, while you're here, put a new vest on. We got you this nice new vest. Cost us a lot of money.
Yeah. Sit down, get comfy. It's like a bit...
All day,
bit gaff. I got to get back out there. Connor Nash.
This will be Day's second spell on the bench for the quarter. I'll have to have her. I would see if he gets back onto the field, because he looked a bit proppy before he kicked it, didn't he?
Yes, yeah, and that might be why he hasn't gone the big roost.
We just got to see if he ends up even playing next week. If it ends up being a serious injury or not. Like, it's probably just a knock. You have plenty of them over the course of the game, right?
You'd think so. Bit of Krampus then.
Okay.
Alright, this game is really heating up. Jordan gets it out. Now Warner just bursting away with speed as we know him to. Interesting, goes in with the foot. Clean bowled McCartan. Just get it out. Barris now.
DJ, Steen Cutie in the chat. Back in Sydney to win from here.
Yeah. Touched. I better hear the ump. My goodness.
Yeah, Meeky slowed right down as well. Just 6 points for the quarter.
Yep. Sicily, any word on him?
Sicily up to a 59, so not a great quarter from him.
No, I think he had a 56 or something earlier. Great mark from Charles.
He's never been a big wet weather footy player.
It's called to play on. It's go long down the line. No one really looks like they want it. Brave from Rowbottom going back with a flight. more. Like to see Day around here somewhere. Oh, he's off getting treatment, isn't he?
He's still on the bench, yeah.
Yeah.
And see Sicily just walking at the bottom of the screen there.
Big inside it. Good effort. Is he alright? Oh.
He's struggling a bit. Well, it is, as the rain starts to pour in, we expect the ruckman to be a little bit less involved.
Yeah.
Not traditionally a big man's game in the wet.
No. It's hard enough on the skates as it is. Just a big punch out of there. He's going to get it out. Move back to Amon. Corey's getting a bit more of it. Oh,
again,
yuck.
Oh, we might have pulled that too much. That's a good mark.
Oh, be
Let's
careful.
slow them down a lot.
Not
That's what you want
15
from
called.
Roberts as well.
Oh, he slipped. Handballed over the top for Blakey. We know what he can do from all the way back there.
Lizards back on their feet in the crowd.
Yeah. What would that man be thinking, Nathan? You'd know him better than most.
Yeah, well, you'd hate how they're just getting smashed in the centre this corner. Like they've shown over the first half that they can win it in there, and maybe you point to the fact that it's raining. Have we just gotten soft because it's raining, lads? Bit of that sort of talk. He's not one to. He's particularly harsh on the midfield. That's what he gets down on.
Oh yeah, he probably expects what he was giving out, which that was not at all soft.
No, he was always a great player. I still think he was the best player in that Hawthorn side. I'd have him over Hodge. Then depends how you want to put Franklin in that conversation. Obviously, he played a lot of his career up for the Bloods, but
Deficit cut all the way down to 3. 4 minutes left in the corner, as we can see here. Tries to put it on the chest of Chol, can't quite get it. Chol over the top handball to absolutely no one.
we're just seeing the clearances
Takes
come
down
back.
Swan
28
for the ball.
to 33 in the clearances now. So
Jay.
massive change.
He's going to keep it up for Massimo. He's still going. Back to Moore. Playing a bit more as a midfielder now. Looks for the mark for the Finn. Ginnivan gets it out. McGuinness just doesn't quite know where the goals are. Just need another glance up.
Had more time than he realised, I think, there.
Yeah.
Matty Roberts taking the kick in.
Love that. Good signs. And I think we'll have a more in-depth check at the break, but what's he doing now?
He's up to a 78.
Fantastic. Yep, that's enough for me.
Just
10 in the first
just a
one,
bad
and he's
quarter.
gone. Yeah.
Sam Mitchell not happy on the bench there.
Yeah, you wouldn't be, would you? Just losing this arm wrestle at the moment.
And they're still smashing an inside 50 count. 39 to 29.
Big hoof from Newcomb. Can't quite keep it in. Looking out my window, it's really starting to heat up with the wind and the rain as well here in Brizzy. It's annoying because we probably could have gotten away with that Thursday night game, but at the time that cyclone just held up.
Nah, we know the Brisbane players are soft. They couldn't handle it.
No.
Let's call it off. Oh no, I'm worried about my family.
More head over the footy. Grundy looks to get it out. It's really coming to wet weather footy game here. Is it out? Roberts looking to just put it on the boot. Ginnivan off the left. Just can't get it above ground. Oh,
Well, they've got
they're just
Dunstall on
trying to get
commentary.
out.
Dunstall on commentary. Will he make a comment about Ginnivan kicking that low along the ground?
I don't think he's meant to. Two and a half left. I think, yeah, a goal in before this quarter time break would be massive for either team. Just who can get it? It's just we're seeing those fumbles coming more and more. Just it looks like more of a misty rain than anything heavy. It's just enough to get on the ball and make it a lot harder to handle.
It's a different game in these conditions, but neither of these teams really rely on like a key forward or anything, so shouldn't change their entries. What is that for a ruck contest? Oh my god. Just can't keep their feet.
Done from Barris. Amadi just didn't want the body on him.
I've seen Sicily just come back on the ground. I think Rilday might have joined him.
Back there. Can't mark Miki. Ginnivan might get one over the shoulder.
No one was. He didn't even play for it. Oh, but he's given it
straight
away.
He's kicked it straight to Rope on him. And Sydney might be out.
Is that going to be enough for the Hall of Lame for you? Gets the high free kick, kicks it straight back. Well, we've got the Frosty moment, actually. That's probably an early entry.
Dribbles. I like it. Now we're talking.
Oh,
whoa!
What about that for a marking call? What's Adams appealing? Wait, the free kick's going Adams' way.
Oh!
I was about to say, how is that his free?
Scared the life out of me. Let's see this.
I think he might have been complaining it was a block or something, but Sicily's just in the right position.
Eyes on the footy, and they've kept that in. Wizard Watson, could this be his moment? Racing away with pace, has a bounce, and kicks it straight down Blakey's throat in the goal square. Oh.
We know those slow down a little.
Footies are, and I don't know if you saw on Twitter, Nathan, but I saw the Gold Coast Suns. They were practicing goal kicking with like wet balls, like they were putting a ball in a just big bucket of water and then taking it out and then kicking it with that. Bit of practice for what could be those southeast Queensland conditions with Cyclone Alfred on its way. Now, we talked about either team being able to pinch one more before the break. Doesn't look like it's going to happen.
I'm looking at Sicily. Short left. Give him that last +6. No.
And instead, he's roosted it out in the full. But I don't think any of that's going to matter. Row bottoms. Looks down line. That's enough. And Sicily still on the intercept mark. Alright, 5 points in it. My God. Whose camp would you rather be in, Nathan?
You still want to be the team in front, especially in the wet. Like, the amount of times I've seen these games, and there's like 1 or 2 goals for the whole quarter. Just, it's so much harder to play clean footy.
Yeah, I tell you, Sydney have been good to keep those Hawthorn Smalls out of the game, but
We'll give a quick update on some of the fantasy scores.
Absolutely, where I was on my way to.
Under some consideration. So we've got Patton on a 22. Got, what else is there? Having to scroll up a little bit. Sheldrick, 32, sub-injured. I'm seeing next to his name.
Oh, well, we weren't kidding.
Well, it didn't really look like a serious injury, did it? He just came off with a bit of blood rule, I think. I'll just say sub-injured to save the reputation a little bit. Grundy on a 42, that's not enough. Rule him out. Sicily, 63. It's probably not enough for him. Like,
Not at
He
that
was looking
price.
good early. Yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure we can start Sicily at that score. Uh, anyone else? Dylan Moore, 66. So,
He slowed right
yeah.
down.
Well, you see a bit of lower score, like because once you get to this wet weather, you're not taking marks as easy. There's a lot more fumbling instead of handballing. Like, we'll slow
Marks.
right down. Robert's on an 81. He's one that has stepped up. Not quite at the score yet where you have to have him in. How much does he have to score for him to be a lock in your team, do you think?
To be a lock? Well, I don't think it has to be a lock to put him in, but for that, maybe a 110.
Yeah, that's probably fair. I think
Yeah.
he's probably in my team. Oh, anything above a 95, I think he'd have to be in my team.
Cool. Well,
But I was always pretty bullish on him before this game.
exactly.
So
Yeah, precisely. And that must be remembered as well. He was sitting on 10 inside the first quarter.
yeah, exactly. A couple of 35-point quarters.
35.
Yeah. Great effort. Miki up on that 89, not forcing his way in like he was at halftime.
Yeah,
It's just
76
the
at
10-point
halftime he
quarter.
was.
Yeah, not to say he isn't an option. It's definitely something to think about. You know, it's not going to bucket down like this every week, but yeah, definitely
Not with the
not a
options
player
we have
forcing
available
out
as well.
Tony or Sherry right now. Then Will Day 105 just didn't really get near it that quarter, did he?
Just the 9. Have Sydney done anything to rectify him?
Well, they had Jordan on him for a bit, so that's probably the main one.
God.
Right. From the comments here, seeing Cody with who's going to win from here.
I would rather be in the Sydney camp, taking that momentum with you into the break. I think just more of the same. They've looked like they've handled the wet weather footy better as well. Are you still in Hawthorn camp?
I'm still in Hawthorn's camp. Like, you just want to be the team in front. I don't think you need to overcomplicate it. Momentum doesn't necessarily carry from quarter to quarter. So
Yeah, but God,
and
they were ahead by
yeah.
what?
You look at that line, like they already sort of stopped the momentum, didn't it? It was what, $4 or $5 in a row. And
Yeah,
then
got one back
second
as
half
well.
of that quarter.
Yeah, up by what, 26 I think they were.
And you can even just see how few goals were scored back end of that quarter. Like it just slowed right down. That's going to happen.
Fantasy's nervous. Yeah, there's not a lot from either team here, but man, oh man. Days, yeah, limping on the sideline. Warp on the moon boot.
Yeah, Warple's gone. I mean that just improves Will Day's role, right? You're not playing him forward if you've got a Warple out on the sideline.
Yeah, that hard nose sort of head over footy mid. Great. A bit of fight here from the Swans would be really appreciated by those Sydney fans, I reckon.
It sounds like I'm still happy with my tip, Hawthorn by 8. You're starting to feel a bit more nervous about yours.
I am. Yeah, I definitely am. I think even Hawthorn's, yeah, not where I'd like it to be, but right, I'm just going to be taking that big, deep breath and saving the moment in before the final bounce, Nathan.
Actually, that might be throwing it up. It might be wet enough.
Yeah. Alright. Big final quarter at that. Swans coming, and the ball is up in the air for the final quarter of game number 1 of the 2025 season. Hawthorn getting some run. He better get out of that. Nash does well. Heaney with the smother. McInerney getting amongst it. Grundy out. Big kick from Amon. Has to be quick here. Watson does his best. Big clash. Nash is looking desperate. Jordan gets it out. No mark. Off the deck from Heaney. Can it unlock Amadi out the back? Papley's looking. Just takes Barris out of the play. Taken out by Weddle. That'll be a ball in inside the Sydney 50. Man, I tell you what, this is not going to be a final quarter won by skill or anything pretty. It's going to be hard-nosed, yeah. Who wants it more?
That's what we were calling for before the game started, wasn't it?
Yep. Papley takes a dive.
What team has a bit more drive after their...
Sicily has gone forward there, Nathan. I'm not sure if you saw him. Warner puts it up a spiral. Has the bounce well smothered from Impey, and he's just going to be happy to take that out of play. It's done well to just get over the top of it. It's another point. Big dive in there. But great pressure. Blakey tries to tap it up for himself, not knowing Chol is behind him, just reaching over it. Looking to go corridor. Nash gets it up. Can the Smalls make it uncontested spoil there? I think you've got to be marking that.
It should be.
More Ben. Visibility's low on the stream. Just that looks like it is chucking it down now.
Yeah,
Lloyd
is where you want to be
Newcomb. Can he get a mark? Sicily with the mark in the goal square. Play on now. Oh. How do you reckon Mitchell was feeling in that moment, Nathan?
Yeah, he'd be a bit nervous. Gosh. Oh, it's a good start for Hawthorn. Needed that one for a bit of comfort.
Absolutely.
And it is Sicily forward, so all that talk that there's no way he goes forward with Barras and Battle in the side, well, he's gone forward. Not starting there, but just that change late in the game might happen late in quarters too. Yeah, he should have been marking that.
Oh yeah, what are you doing? Look at that, yeah, just holds his space so well.
Rowan just holds his feet.
Tapped out Day chasing, just doesn't get the bounce. Rowbottom can't quite glove it. Gets it back now. Clearance outside. The 50 straight on the chest of Marty. Must have been touched because he's played it on. Just spirals one straight up. Frost couldn't quite glove it if that bounced through. My lord.
You're not going to see too many sideways bounces in these conditions.
There's Heaney tackled before he can land back on the ground. Grundy down dirty with a little grubber kick from Robot. I'm not sure that's the play. Dylan Moore now looking to pick it up. Just dribbles it out of play and bumped off it.
Got a lot of fans with the raincoats on. They knew what was coming.
Yeah, people going back to the back of the stands. Once again, Foxwoody giving it a listen. Can't quite stick a tackle, gets it out. Day with an attempt at a mark. Campbell.
Good inside 50.
Oh, got to be gloving that.
That's a youngster on debut as well. Let's drop that one. That would have been a good first moment for him if he'd taken it.
Warner from there. Not quite. Oh.
Yeah, we don't get a massive look. Yeah, not a massive look at Hanley, but we get a quarter of him. Maybe he can work his way into the Swans lineup. It'll be a tricky one to start with in fantasy though, because he's going to have a pretty low score today, even if he does play well.
Aim on now. Oh, big mark from Grundy in the situation. Yeah, there's the youngster. Grundy with a simple kick down the line. Could go one more to Warner, possibly decides against it.
You don't have to be too precise in these conditions. Just get it to
ground,
ground.
hoping get a boot to
Hope how much you do
ball,
it.
which is what they're looking to do. Oh, man, Nash has put in a bit of a shift I've found today. He's really getting up and
Bit
down the
sore
ground.
after his last effort. Can Hawthorn just get a bit of territory? They just need it out of there.
Up it goes.
It's going to go long for Sicily.
Looks for the mark, still keeps possession of it, can't quite glove it, goes around Melican, has to have a bounce soon, you'd think. Smothered on the kick, Sicily's going to chase it, surrounded by 3 Swans. Just Hawthorn can't let them out here, gets smashed. Check side out of there from Melican, but it's a free mark for Scrimshaw.
It's still going pretty fast.
Line, big job. Sicily can't quite get there.
Just can't quite. He's trying for the double grab, just soften it with a first touch.
Yeah,
Roberts with a 1-2. We love that.
Fantastic. Yeah, in these situations too. It's not like they're up by 20.
Yeah, Day doing a little bit better this quarter than he did in the third. Roberts just continuing to score.
Fantastic news. Heaney now. Carton staying up.
There's no one to kick it to.
He's just going to look to barrel one inside 50 here now, surely, yeah.
Hawthorn have the numbers. Frost goes the spoil again. They just don't want to go for the mark. Hackley crumbs. That is not his best work.
Goodness me, you can cut the tension with a knife. Can't imagine how the fans of these teams are feeling.
Yeah, you wanna start the season off right, don't you? It just feels a lot better.
Pickle Juice gets it out.
Yeah, that's where the footy. Of course, Hawthorn have Essendon round 1 on the Friday night, so good opportunity for them to try and be 2-0 start the season if they get the win. Sydney with the tougher game against Brisbane, but they do stay at the SCG. He's gone. Is that Hanley going to get the shot? Or are they going to give Rowbottom? No, Hanley gets it. First gamer. It was a big moment for him. Is he going to go for the team thing? He's pointed towards the goals. I don't know if he's confident. Feels like his teammates are lining up on the top of the square. That's where he goes. It's going to be a mark for Hawthorn. They should just slow the game down a little bit here. All right. What are we thinking, Bryce? What does Sydney need to do this last half a quarter that we got left? I see your lips moving. I think your mic might be muted. If you want to give us a rehash. It's not come through on my end. Could always be an issue on my end, though. Who knows? First live stream of the year, everyone. So expect a couple technical difficulties.
Okay, for some reason it muted me on the actual streaming platform, so that was interesting. I think I accidentally tugged at one of the cords. Anyway, we're back.
Probably. I was talking to a wall for a moment. It's all good.
No, but
Didn't
what
hurt
I was on
myself.
about with how Sydney win, it's just gonna. Well, it looks like the rain is stopping, but at the time it was just about turning it into a game of territory. To be honest, keeping it in that Hawthorn defensive 50, and saying they put Heaney the goal square at one point as well. I don't mind that either. But
He knows how to play ball, doesn't he?
Yeah, you just can't let Hawthorn out, which it looked like it could do from now. Ginnivan.
Sicily's going to get involved again.
Set up handball over the top. Sicily might be locked in and might be holding the ball. Great tackle.
Oh no.
That might be it, Nathan. That might be it.
Oh. Is that worse than Frosty's?
Yes.
It's probably more damaging, but I don't know if it's as comical.
You've got to take the...
I mean, the kick was on, so Roberts was in space. He just missed him by 10 metres.
Connor McDonald to be the hero for Hawthorn. And that'll put it through.
I don't know if you see this comment here, Bryce, but it sounds like we should be cheering for Sydney to come back. If Sydney win, I'm going to buy a T-shirt from your site. That's what we want.
Yes, now. Yes, now. All right. I've got one piece of Sydney merch back there, but I don't know if it's one that they'd want to be. It'd be the 2024 Grand Final record.
Yeah, I don't really have anything. I can try and move the scarf around, get rid of the black, but there we go. This way, slightly less in the picture.
Have to talk to the guys at Inside, getting some commission if we can share the Swans home. Over 200 in the stream as well is ridiculous, Nathan. I'm so chuffed with that and happy people are coming in to chill out.
Place to be. We don't need the Fox or the Seven commentary team. Forget that debate. Just come tune into us. Correct. One game every weekend.
Warner can't quite get it out.
Just looking tough for Sydney now, isn't it?
13 points.
And again, just 2 goals is it this quarter?
Yeah.
You don't see a lot of scoring in these conditions.
No, as it is. Alone, I wonder if Sicily's still playing forward. If he gets this out, play on, trying to get it punched out. Can Hawthorn get their Crommers involved? There's Ginnivan, that'd be one of them. Clean pick up, just can't hit the target with the handball. Papley trying to take it out, drops it. Warner's just going to bomb it out of their 50, looking for the wing. And Swan's going to get a free kick for a high.
Last comment might have made us want Sydney to win. I don't know about this one from JRD here. If Sydney win, I'm going to let my mum and dad know I'm still a virgin and ask if they can help me out. JRD, please look elsewhere for a one, mate. I don't know if that's a place.
Not something we endorse here at the Insight Fantasy Sports channel.
Filthy. Gosh, probably a good thing we're not too heavily sponsored yet. I think that comment going on screen might get us in trouble if we were.
It's like a Goldbridge-esque. Well, thankfully for us, I think Sydney are really battling to get 3 goals they'll need now in 9.5 minutes of game time. Scholl going for the mark, can't quite glove it. Roberts gonna get the kick for it. Wicks, and now this is got all that uncontested Scholl. Oh,
Free kick against Sicily though. Oh no.
I feel like we'll have to see it again. I thought Sicily's back was to Rampy and he was just holding his space like he does so well, but nearly gloved at Barris, means he's up the field though. And it's a great tag from Newcomb.
Will Day, 112. Not quite doing what he did in the first half, but still pretty happy with that.
He wasn't going to keep that rate of scoring up, so I think we'll just enjoy it and, cash in.
Well, I said it was his second highest rated game if he stopped at half time. It might be his second highest rated game after full time, honestly.
Yeah.
It's not added too much to it. Yeah, one very good inside 50, though, that led to a goal.
3 goals in himself, just...
There's intercept marks, 5 to 19.
Yeah. Just letting him get that slingshot, which is all the rage now, as we're hearing. These whole games of quick replies and whatnot.
That's another strong mark.
Aim on. Can they get it to ground?
Yeah, they just can't clear it.
Not quite out. Newcomb
Like,
just
this
trying
is
to
usually
pick it
where you
up.
need like a big contested mark on one of these fat kicks out, but in this weather,
Happily, has he tried to keep that in?
it's got to be deliberate. It's
Yeah.
got to be. He's kicked for distance there. He knows it. So what else do we have? Roberts on the 92. Has he done enough for you to be in your team?
For the lack of defenders, yes. Lack of defenders and the rough start. He won't start again like that. With a 10-point quarter. So I think, he's beat the break even.
Yeah. And there's still a bit of time to go, right? It's time for him to get over the 100 mark.
It's not exactly a game situation where you can see him. Oh. Day.
He's definitely not gotten as much of it. The big part of day scoring is usually just getting involved in those transition chains, couple of plus
Finn.
sixes.
Smart kick. Ginnivan just can't quite glove it. Lloyd tap back to a Marty. That's not where you want to see a full forward with 6 minutes left. But you've sometimes got to go back to go forward. Hayward again also low down there. I wonder who's playing forward for them then. Papley has to get it out. Does so, gets Tahini.
Oh, and they've called the throw. He's filthy about it, isn't he? Happily is not happy.
Ooh.
Nah, that's a throw. That's absolutely a throw. What is he complaining about?
Just going on 6 minutes left. Can anyone take a mark? And Sicily again up forward.
Is it a bit of cramp?
So, we talk about the fantasy implications. I mean, Sicily going forward and succeeding is not what I want to see. I want to see a full game of him back to keep him in the keep him in the equation. But the score plus the price plus going forward, even if he's scoring points going forward, he's not always going to. So I don't really like it. How do you feel about it?
He's still struggling with cramp. He's in pain.
And what do you know? Would you look at that scoreline with 5 minutes left, Nathan?
That's quite the scoreline. Maybe one last Sydney goal. That's what I want. Just to get off to a good start.
Tell you what, I should have put a bloody bet on it. I think I'll be looking good at the work tipping comp though. That's the 21st intercept mark for Hawthorn. Just showing what these new recruits have done. And Ford Sicily takes another one. It could... Yeah, gee. He's gone forward. He handballed that one over the top as well. Looked...
Sydney they just can't get it forward of centre at the moment at all.
No. Just what those new lockdown backs have got going. You know, try to get one out the back, but they're just not letting him. Snapped through by Sicily, and
That should be
you
it.
imagine that would be game. Your man didn't even let Sydney in on a goal. Barras.
Yeah. Sheldrick 32. Is that just a line through it for us, I reckon?
Correct.
Can't do it.
Yep.
So Hanley's got 21. For a guy that's only played one quarter in wet conditions, it's a strong effort.
Yeah.
Hopefully he can get a bit more time over the next few weeks. Probably not one we start with, but if we see him round one pump out a 70, getting full game time, maybe we trade into him.
Just need to get out of the vest is the big trap for him. Day on ball again. Can he clean it up and get it out? Not quite. Ginnivan's coming to the centre. Meek. Another big clearance touched. Wow. I've been very impressed with how Hawthorn have managed to shut this down. Sydney did have a bit of run in them. Bit of run coming back, but they just, stemmed that bleeding and have just, taken over in this last quarter. Day with another kick, inside 50 this time. Chol can't quite get a read of the bounce. Blakey running back with it. He's going to have to pick out an option here. Goes for a low dart. Out the back from Rowbottom if he can get a clean pickup. Taps forward to the middle. Campbell just boots it off the ground inside forward 50. Amati goes for the soccer. Air swings at it. Tackles him without it. He's going to keep going. That might be holding the ball. Hawthorn get it regardless and send it out of there. Yeah, do you think time's up for Grundy, Nathan?
Time's up? What, from a fantasy standpoint, or are we talking career?
From a fantasy standpoint.
Yeah. I mean, he was never looking like an option for us, really, in the preseason, was he? Like, he would have had to have come out and really smashed it today, and he's not done that.
Tell you what, that man's going to sleep well tonight, isn't he, Will Day?
Yeah, he's had a great game. Clearly best on ground. Yeah. First half, just separated it pretty much single-handedly, really. I mean, there weren't any other Hawthorn players that were absolute standouts. It was just...
No. Meek was travelling great as well.
He was outstanding, yeah.
Joel sends it down the line. Can't quite glove it. Just watching the clock roll down now.
Yeah, they'll be happy to do that. Just manage the game in their forward half.
Yeah.
I think Sam Mitchell's probably starting to relax.
You think so? Steencotty just, Devo with with how the final terms panned out for the Swans, and still not over though. McDonald's been looking okay. Big fend off on Chol from Blakey. Looks inside, takes the pace off the footy like we know you love, Nathan.
No other option. I just can't get a clean pickup.
Can't, not a day. Jumps over top of him. Steps out of it by Corey. Jordan running down that line. Campbell looking to centre it inside 50. And the spare out there is D'Ambrosio.
Always going to have the extra number.
Yeah. Covers so much ground, works so hard. Send it out there.
It's just felt like a very okay performance from Sydney today. Like, it's not, other than Warner, probably no real great performances from their side. Missing a few plays, of course, but
Blakey's looked lively.
Yeah, Blakey's been a bit involved. It's probably harsh to leave him out as we get another Will Day tackle.
Fantastic.
Yeah, just a lot of all right performers. Probably need Gordon back in there to really spark their season.
Yeah, you can tell they're missing him.
And
Dave
compared to
Crossfield.
Hawthorn, because Hawthorn's second fleet, you look at what Barras and Sicily and they've just looked so comfortable behind the ball.
Oh, D'Ambrosio's loving this open space on the far wing. Leads it up, can't quite get Chol. Lloyd off the ground. Goes out to Amon. Amon inside 50.
Ooh.
Tapped. Can anyone get a tap?
Oh, is it? It's not going to sit. All right. Matt Roberts, this is your moment. We want our fantasy pigs nice and hungry, nice and well fed at the late stages of the game.
Blakey's just going to go straight down the middle, to be honest. With the bounce, goes over top. Jordan. Out the option of Hanley. He's looked great.
Tried to take it on a bit more than he was capable.
Yes, fantastic. Fantastic from Roberts. Get us that final +6.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's what it's all about.
Damn, that. And that ends game 1 of opening round. Hawthorn come out the heavy victors. 14-12-96 to 11-10-76 of the Sydney Swans. And yeah, well, we'll have a final little overview of what that means for the fantasy implications. Clear standout, a Will Day 129. Have you got what he's priced at handy, Nathan?
I will have it for you in just a moment. Will Day is priced at, if it wants to load, priced at about 74. So
fantastic. Must have.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
put him straight in your team.
Exactly. Roberts, with off the back of a 10 in his first quarter, got up to a 104. So we said 105, didn't we? So he's nearly done that in more or less 3 quarters.
Yeah, priced at 76 again. We've just got guaranteed cash gem with him now, don't we?
Fantastic. And yeah, those mid prices are really, I think, this season what's going to be winning you your comps. Them and your rookies, but yeah, it's been hard finding through them. Sicily 81 came forward.
Yeah, it's a bit underwhelming for that one, isn't it?
Have you got what he's priced at handy?
Yeah, a score below what you wanted. The role he moved forward for a quarter. I don't know if you could do it. You're not going to sleep well if you've got Sicily in your team.
No, yeah, you got your Newcombs, your Lloyds, or more slow straight down when it started bucketing down in there. And Morrison went well with a 70. Don't think
You
he
can't.
can go
You
there,
can't
though,
do
is
a
he?
Morrison. You don't want to pick like plenty of players can come out and just score pretty well for a game.
Yeah.
I don't think anything was too different with his role or anything like that. Like
No.
he just happened to get a bit more of it today.
10 games played, a mid only as well, so it's not like, we'll want to be putting value on that mid slot, especially since Day has taken another one away from us. Grundy 69, like we talked about in the stream, just can't go with him. Not a lot else on that in terms of, Warner got up to a 46, a rookie. We can't be confident in his job security, and we have to do a lot
Still
more scrolling
scrolling
to get
shoulder.
down. Yep, who is getting a big fat boot mark in his backside from my team.
Yeah, he'd be straight out the door. See if is it going to be maybe him up to Will Day for you, and you drop down somewhere in another line, or
Absolutely, it will be. I don't know where I'm gonna potentially drop, but that's one that I'll have to figure out. I think.
didn't mind Hanley there as well. What did he get? Was it 25 in the end?
I think he might have got more than that. 26, yeah.
Yeah, and he
26
actually
and a quarter.
okay out. Yeah, one quarter, just looked pretty comfortable. I thought like,
Yeah.
if you're looking for a change to make in that Sydney side after today, like I think you'd definitely give him more opportunity, wouldn't you?
Yeah, fantastic. Mid only in fantasy, and can't quite fit him in there, but definitely a watch for when that score gets out of his rolling average, I think.
Well, it at least shows he knows how to find the ball, right? So
Yeah.
maybe it's not one we start with, but by the time I don't know, when Ashcroft's fattened up his cash by round 7, round 8, maybe that's when Hanley's getting his opportunity, and we know he can score at least with his points per minute.
Yeah, I like that thinking. And not a lot fantasy relevant. I suppose while we're here, we'll take a quick look into the GWS versus Collingwood game. A few players out, a few with opportunity. Yeah, who we looking at there?
I'll be rookie watch on Leakey and Stone. Both currently sitting on my bench. I think you probably trust Stone's job security a bit more. Leakey's probably got a bit more of a chance to score well, but
Correct. Yeah.
we'll have to wait and see how they actually go out there, because if they're not playing well, like, for all we know, they're just going to miss out by round 1 or round 2, and that's, we don't want Red Dots sitting on our bench just wasting possible cash generation, do we?
Correct. Yeah, Cody Angove with the emergency listing as well there, so someone that we can't look at that a lot of people were previously. I know I'll be keeping my eyes on Callahan while Green's out injured. I think he'll get a great role and has scored previously. Canelio, even if he gets a run through the midfield. But a few there, and it's all about the cash gen. Yeah,
scored well. Collingwood wise, Perryman's probably the only player we're looking at starting.
Correct. Yep.
But maybe if Dacos does Dacos things, then he's certainly someone that you could see forcing a hand, isn't it? Like, if there's anyone in that game that's going to jump up and score a 150, he's the guy.
How much can you have on your bench on their bye, though?
Well, that does make it a bit tougher, but again, that's why it's going to be a really good score. He can't just outdo his price stat by 5 or 10. He's got to really explode to make up for missing a week.
Exactly, and we'll have a few... Well, he's someone you'll have to have at the end of the season as well, so if you're getting him at a discount, even if that's 1.07 mil, because we can see him averaging 120 for the season, can't we?
Oh, he's definitely capable of that. Like, the question will be how often he gets tagged and how good he is at actually breaking the tag, because I think he's gotten a lot better at that than a lot of talk. First couple of times he got Finn McGuinness or whatever, and he just couldn't touch it. I think he's past that stage. Not to say it won't slow him down a little bit, but we're not going to see a Dacos 40 in fantasy anytime soon, are we?
Exactly. Yeah, and on that, not a lot of real rookies. I'm seeing that I like from Collingwood who we're looking for. So yeah, we'll obviously be covering those and probably a lot about our man Will Day in our opening round review. Look at who's hot, who's cold, who impressed and disappointed. I'll have a think about who's getting nominated into the Hall of Lame for this week. We have a few to choose from, and that's before the Giants v Collingwood game there as well. Which I'm looking forward.
It's a good start for that.
to
Got to work out how we're going to do it. Is it one nominee around? Do we get a vote system out? The 3-2-1 over the course of the year? What are you thinking?
I'm thinking a nominee around. You've got to earn your place in. I think. I wonder if I'll get a little mural set up in the background or something back there. But I'm chuffed with the turnout we had for the first watch along. We're hoping for one of these a week. When's our next one? What will be the game we watch next week?
We'll have to work that one out when we get there.
I think so.
So it'll depend a little bit on our schedules, but we'll be sure to post those on all the socials. At least by Wednesday, probably we'll have those worked out.
Yep. Yeah, 100%. Because that is when our preview for round one will be going. That's when we'll be locking in our team for the start of the season. Ooh, buddy, are your hands warming up for that new car?
Real close. Yeah, could use a new car. The one I've got now, about 14 years old it is. So
the license plate's more expensive than the car.
The license plate is definitely more expensive than the car. Do an upgrade there. So yeah, next season I'll be making sure I get the camera set up on the dashboard.
Yeah, I think so.
Make sure we get the streams going live from inside the trophy.
Yeah, too easy. All right. Well, I think we'll leave it there. Socials on the screen as we've got for anyone watching on the Facebook or the YouTube platforms. Me at BK_IFS on X. And Nathan, you want to give yours a little plug, mate?
Yep, at Fantasy NATO. So fantasy spelt how it should be. NATEO.
The letter O, that is, not the number. And we'll be ending it there. Thanks again for joining us. And we'll see you in the next, whenever that way may be. Yeah. Cheers, guys.
Yep.